New Hope, Alabama, 35-0 in that win. North Sand Mountain, there's a team both teams have faced. They won that one 42-28. Then Pisgah, they won that one 37-7. Then they got a little tight with Geraldine out of Geraldine, Alabama. 17-15 was the score there. Then their only loss was against Plainsview. That's in Rainsville, Alabama. That's 13-3 was that score. Just the offense just not able to kind of get going in that ball game. Mm-hmm. And then, as we move towards actually, let me take my gloves off so I can turn my page here.
All right, is it cold?
Well, not with my gloves on. But anyway, they took on Brindley Mountain, won that one 56-0. That's out of Guntersville, Alabama. That was a heck of a ball game there for them. Eider, they took them on 28-21 was the win there. Ohatchee, again, they won that ball game 37-14. That's another common opponent between the two.
That's right.
Randolph County won that one 42-6, mm-hmm. And then they took them on, beat them 37-14. That was actually in the first round of the playoffs this year, so they knocked out Ohatchee. West Morgan was their second round. They won that one 48-21 last week out of Trinity, Alabama. And so here we are tonight. Both teams have made it to this point. So Randolph County versus Sylvania. And again, Greg, something you and I were kind of reading is on our way up here. This is a bit of a rivalry in that last year Randolph County and Sylvania took on each other, and Randolph County knocked Sylvania out of the playoffs. So that Sylvania has a little bit to play for. They'd like to get a little revenge here tonight.
Well, and they've got the fan support to try to make that happen, and also the player support. We look at the biggest guy on the team, number 71, Lucas Hall, who is a defensive tackle and an offensive tackle. He stands 6'5", 265, well above everybody else on the Sylvania Ram team. And wonder if he's being recruited just on size alone. A lot of colleges will look at you that way.
Upside.
And then you've got Chandler Bowen. He's also a senior. He's 6'1", 280. He's a defensive tackle and an offensive guard, and we saw him out here on the pregame, and both those guys really, really stand out. And you've got other big cats on the team, Tyler Wilbanks, who's a defensive end and a fullback. He stands at 6'2", 225. You've got Eli Battles as a tight end. He's also an outside linebacker. He's a senior at 6'2", 180. So, both Sylvania and Randolph County for 3A Alabama High School, and each one of the rosters might have at the most 60 guys on the team. They've got some big athletes, big physical teams.
It'll be a lot of fun tonight. I want to give you this quick little reminder from the Alabama High School Athletics Association. The AHSAA reminds fans that we all play a role in the education of our students. Parents, fans, and people in the community all set an example for students, whether they're aware of it or not. Help set a positive example in everything that you do, both at the games and in your community. Good sportsmanship is what sets your school apart. This is a public service message from the Alabama High School Athletic Association. We are appreciation to them for letting us be here tonight and broadcast this ball game with you. We're going to step away. When we come back, we'll have let you know who won the coin toss, and we'll get you ready for this big ball game tonight between Randolph County and Sylvania right here on Eagle Sports.
In this time of uncertainty, Small Town Bank says they owe our police officers, sheriff's departments, rescue squads, and fire departments a sincere thank you for putting their lives in danger each and every day. For the people in our communities, families, and our businesses, we say thank you from Small Town Bank.
Banking local matters. When you keep your money here, it stays in the community to support local businesses and schools and farms. At First Bank of Alabama, we've been serving this area for more than 160 years. We care about our community and the people who live here. So when you bank here, you make being here better for all of us. First Bank of Alabama, the official bank of here. FirstBankAL.com, Equal Housing Lender, member FDIC.
Waterproof flooring. Yep, waterproof. Come see the awesome, amazing, and magically affordable luxury vinyl tile and plank products at Norton's Flooring. Easy to maintain, durable, fade, scuff, and pet-proof. It can be glued down, click together, install yourself, or have us do the whole job. With 10,000 feet in stock starting at $1.99 a square foot and a showroom full of samples, there's sure to be one for you. You won't find better deals than right here at Norton's, and you won't walk a mile to find them or someone to help. Norton's Flooring and we Dowie. 256-357-9233. Financing available.
What does Mike Fields really do? Does he fix fenders and hoods? Does he straighten frames?
Does he paint things? Does he work with insurance companies? What does Mike Field's Body Shop really do? Well, they do all those things, but what they really do is take a wreck and turn it back into the car that I love to drive, the car that I like to get behind the wheel and just drive and drive. Thank you, Mike Field's Body Shop, for doing what you do, because you do it right at Mike Field's Body Shop, 123 Industrial Drive, Roanoke.
Southern Ambulance Transport is always on call and always there when you need them. And we hope you don't need them, but if you do, call 256-357-2222 or 1-800-757-7367. They are your reliable emergency and non-emergency transportation, the highest quality of service. Southern Ambulance Transport is always ready. Call 256-357-2222 or 1-800-757-7367.
You're listening to Area High School Football on WLWE 94.7 and online at eagle1023.com.
Welcome back to Alabama High School Football, where the playoffs of Randolph County taking on Sylvania, the Rams of Sylvania. The Randolph County there, of course, are the Tigers, something Greg and I are used to. We do the Troop High School Tiger games over in LaGrange, Georgia, so we're very used to calling out Tigers, and I might even get to try out my touchdown Tiger call.
Yeah, I like that.
Tonight.
I hope there's a lot of that going on tomorrow, too, down in Jordan-Hare, for sure.
Well, now, don't forget, we got some Alabama fans listening to us, too. So,
well, they understand. They understand. It's going to be a fun game tomorrow. Going to be fun tonight, too. And I tell you what, waiting on the both fan sections really to make their way up back into the stands. And both teams are out on the field. And Randolph County's getting ready to – they've got the ball spotted. The official crew now has met in the center field, and they've broken off. Back judge, field judge, line judge, head linesman, the referee, umpire, they're all running to their respective positions. And
Greg just had Thanksgiving with his brother, who's a former official, so now he knows who all the people are.
Heck yeah.
Sylvania will be receiving. They're setting up. They'll be on the right side of the field. They'll be moving right to left, and they're about to kick the ball off. The Randolph County will be kicking off. They'll have the scoreboard behind them. The scoreboard is to our left.
And it looks like number 3, Brody Smith, which will be their quarterback, and Brody Wortham is Randolph County quarterback. So we got a couple Brodys here tonight.
It's the Brody Bowl. He takes it right there about the 15, up to the 20, 25. Nice little block in front of him, 35. And he's going to get all the way up to about the 37-yard line, so a nice return for the Rams of Sylvania.
Well, and I believe if Smith had really had his head up, he took the ball on about the 17-yard line and ran straight up the field, actually had an opening and ran up the back of one of his own players at about the 33-yard line, wound up getting tackled on the 36. But I believe if it hadn't been for running up the back of his own player, he may have still been running the football. Good start for the Sylvania Rams as they open the quarterfinal rounds of the Alabama State playoffs.
Actually, that's Blake Spears. They got two number 3s.
Oh, okay.
So it's not – Brody's actually an 8th grader. I was wondering, what in the world is that? Okay, so Blake Spears is the quarterback. Blake will take it, hand the ball off, going around the right side. Big number 33 is the running back. He's hit hard in the backfield. Paul Griffin, he's going to lose a few yards back near the 33.
They started out in the wing position, had a little what we call a jet sweep. They took the H-back on the left-hand side of the offensive line and ran him in motion, and the quarterback simply out of the shotgun just kind of handed off on the inside, and really they're going to lose a yard there. Tremendous defense on the left side of the for the Randolph County Tigers as they penetrate the line, and the ball will be spotted on the 35. So it'll be 2nd down and 11 for the Sylvania Rams.
Only twice this season was more than 14 points scored against Randolph County. As whistles fly. I think we got some movement. Actually, no, a timeout. Well, they take a timeout. We'll take one as well. 60 seconds back to the station right here on Eagle Sports.
Banking local matters. When you keep your money here, it stays in the community to support local businesses and schools and farms. At First Bank of Alabama, we've been serving this area for more than 160 years. We care about our community and the people who live here. So when you bank here, you make being here better for all of us. First Bank of Alabama, the official bank of here. FirstBankAL.com, Equal Housing Lender, member FDIC.
Tanner Health System is advancing health, expanding the possibilities for health in our community. From allergist to urologist, we're everywhere you are, when and where you need us most. Brought to you by the brilliant minds that are making exceptional health possible in our community. We know it takes much more than medicine. It takes medicine beyond measure. Call 770-214-CARE or learn more at tanner.org.
You're listening to Area High School Football on WLWE 94.7 and online at eagle102.3.com.
Welcome back as Sylvania, after a timeout, they're trying to run a little misdirection. They fake the jet sweep from the wing back, fake the handoff, come back the other way. The quarterback, the Spears, is going to take it and is just rocked at the line of scrimmage. He gets baby back to the line of scrimmage, and that's about it.
No, you're right, Jack. He faked the tall sweep. They got a strange, it's a too tight double wing setup, but their H-back and their wing actually slant. Instead of facing the line of scrimmage, they actually had a formation where they kind of angled 45 degrees.
They have a slot receiver to this near side going back at the pass. Spears going to throw it into the flats, complete at about the 42, but that's going to be short of the first down.
That's number 34 come out of the backfield. Actually, he was in the far slot, and he stepped out and then did a little flare pass out beyond the 40-yard line. They're going to mark it at about the 43. Be fourth down and 3, a long 3, maybe fourth and 4. They needed to get to the 46-yard line, and they're going to spot it on the 43, so 42 and a half. So Sylvania will be punting. Their punter will stand on the 28-yard line as he receives the kick. That's snap.
It's Spears. Gets the kickoff. Nice, beautiful spiral all the way back to about the 16. Nice block back there. Well, actually, there's the flag. I was going to say nice block because he did throw the flag, but there was a pretty obvious clip back there. He's going to get up around the 25-yard line with a return, but it's going to go back.
Well, what happened is it's a really nice spiral end over end, just rotated really nice, and the Randolph County receiver caught it on about the 19-yard line. Unfortunately, the Ram was pursuing him very quickly, gave him his room, but Randolph County had a guy that was just really riding him down the field on his back. And really, he didn't need to touch him. He didn't really need to move his hands, but he kind of did push him out of the way.
A little shove there.
And that's going to bring out a couple of flags, and it's going to back the Tigers up. See, the back judge is moving him. They're going to spot the ball on the 10-yard line, so they'll open up first down and 10 on their first possession from the 10-yard line.
9:44 left here in the first quarter play. No score, Randolph County and Sylvania. And here they come. They'll break the huddle. Brody Wortham, their quarterback. He's a senior, 6'1", 170. He's had a spectacular season this year. I formation behind him, slot receiver to this near side. He'll go into center. Tall sweep coming to this near side. Finds a block right there, off tackle. Get about 7 yards out of that play. Brings up second down.
He just simply took and it was one of those, what I call an RPO, a run-pass option, or read to run it and pass it or option, and he decided to take it off the right side, turn it upfield, and picks up about 7 yards. It should be 2nd and 3.
They don't huddle. They come right to the line of scrimmage. Everybody's got a little armband. Arms extend to get a nice wide split between them. Wortham back under center. The quick handoff to the fullback, and he's gone. Down the field to the 40. Midfield 50. He's gone, folks. 30, 20, 10, 5. Touchdown, Tigers.
You know, he came off the right side.
Andrew Prestridge
took the handoff from the quarterback, went off the right side. And I'll be honest with you guys, I was looking at Lucas Hall, the defensive tackle, a 6'5", 265 defensive tackle for Sylvania, and did a nice job of blocking him from the offensive line. Just got in front of him, Jack, just a half a second, and the tailback took off. He hit that seam, ran down the hash marks, and the linebacker and the free safety was chasing him and could not catch him. That will go down for an 82-yard touchdown run to open the first series up for the Randolph County Tigers.
Don't usually see a dive play getting 82 yards down the field.
I tell you what, it hit so fast. It was real good. So Randolph County have a kicker, a straight-on kicker. You don't see a lot of those,
no.
But the extra point is good. So to start this game, Randolph County Tigers 7, Sylvania Rams 0 with 8:56 to go in the first quarter of play.
We'll step away for a moment. You're listening to high school football on Eagle Sports.
Randolph County Concrete would like to thank our police officers, Sheriff's Department, Rescue Squad, and volunteer firemen for their continuous efforts to keep our businesses, families, and communities safe while putting themselves in harm's way every day. Thank you all.
You're listening to Area High School Football on WLWE 94.7 and online at eagle102.3.com.
Welcome back to high school football on Eagle Sports. Randolph County jumped out to a 7-0 lead. Just about a 3-play drive. 8:56 left to go here in the first quarter. Beautiful job by Prestridge, the running back, just right off the right side tackle, actually right side guard, running from his fullback position. And just once he broke through that second level at the linebackers, was just gone down the field. Great speed.
A 6'3", 165 as well. So good size on that young man.
So Randolph County, their second time kicking the ball off. Sylvania had the ball first in this contest. A short kick, fair catch called for at the 40-yard line. And so Sylvania's going to have nice field position starting from the 40.
Number 54 for Sylvania. And we'll apologize. I'll try to get all you guys, all the roster picked up for you. We hadn't seen these guys all year, but that would be Winston Wilkes. He's a junior, middle linebacker. So he had to catch a signal fair catch on the 40-yard line. So Sylvania's second possession will begin on the 40-yard line. If you just joined us, Randolph County on the third play from scrimmage, 7-0 over Sylvania.
They're going to come to this near side, kind of student buddy right. And again, Randolph County is so stiff with that defense. They're only going to get about a yard out of that one, 2nd and 9.
Very, very quick. Number 33 for Sylvania. That would be not on the roster. Well, it's not on this one anyway, because you got to look at the right roster.
Yes, that's a Randolph County roster, so you probably won't find it there.
Nope. A lot of humidity in the air tonight. Our papers are going Paul Griffin, who's a senior tailback. He's able to wiggle up for about 2 yards. It'll be 2nd down and 8 for the Rams.
Rams, the quarterback, going to hand off, and they're going to slip in the backfield. Natural grass field here, but he just trying to make a cut right at the hash mark. And the fullback's going to, actually the wingback coming from that far side, going to slip down, lose 2, 3rd down and 11.
Well, they had the middle linebacker for Randolph County has stepped across the line, number 51, and we apologize, his name is not on this particular roster that we have, but the tailback, they had a little inside sweep coming in where he was going to plant. He took the handoff from the quarterback for Sylvania. It was going to plant and go up inside the guard, and when he planted, he slipped down. So that actually lost 3. It'll be 3rd down and 11 for Sylvania.
Going to roll out to the right side, got a man in his face. Intercepted at the 45-yard line. Oh, yep, he's going to get the interception. It's number 24 for Randolph County. Aaron Knight. He's a junior, 5'11", 180. Just a tremendous job by him picking that off out of the air.
The quarterback for Sylvania had dropped back and was trying to hit the tight end over the middle. Threw it slightly behind him, and you're right, on the 45-yard line of the Rams where Randolph County intercepted the football, and they'll have it 1st and 10, an excellent field position.
So Randolph County will break the huddle. They have not huddled so far, but again, they've only run 3 plays. The quarterback will come under center. Makes an adjustment at the line, talks to his I formation backs behind him, turns, hands off in the middle, off the right tackle, barreling across to the 40, actually back to 39. So that's going to be about a 6-yard gain, 2nd and 4.
Number 24 for Randolph County will take that handoff, and he'll go off right tackle, pick up about 6 yards. That's
Aaron Knight, who made the interception just a moment ago.
That's right. He is a running back. He's actually from the power I position. Randolph County quarterback goes under center, has a fullback and a tailback at about 6 yards deep.
Back under center is the quarterback Wortham. He'll hand off again to the tailback Knight, who just, wow. When he hits you, he knocks you off. That's going to be a 1st down as he gets across the 35 to the 34.
He's a big kid now. He stands at about 5'11", 180, but from our vantage point,
he's 6 foot from here.
He looks 6 foot, 6'1", and he runs like he's 220. I know he's a tailback, but he's got some legs on him, and he has made several runs now where he just hits a guy and just rolls him over.
They'll split it to a wishbone.
That's a formation we hadn't seen in a long time.
Nope, they're going to split a man wide out to the far side in number 2. That's actually a young man. We'll get his name in just a second. They just kind of drive the ball again off that left side down across the 30 to the 28.
He'll hand the ball off to number 1, Trent Lane, who is a junior, 6 foot, 200-pound tailback. Out of the wishbones, he'll hand it off to the left side tailback, and he'll follow the fullback up to the left side, and he'll pick up about 5 yards down to the 29-yard line. So it'll be 2nd down and 5 for the Tigers.
6:15 left to go in the first quarter. Randolph County leading 7-0 here on Eagle Sports. We appreciate you joining us for this round of the Alabama 3A playoffs.
And they go from a wishbone now to a triple set out here on the right side.
Trips to this near side, single back to the backfield, and he'll get the call. And he's going to get stuffed at Sylvania, kind of bowing their backs a little bit. Only about a yard, maybe two out of that one, brings up third down.
And we gave it to the tailback, and it looks like kind of is that number 6, Jack? Or number 9, Dante Davenport. Looks like he will, actually number 8, and again, I apologize, there's no number 8 on the roster here for Randolph County, the ones that's provided from Max Preps for the Tigers.
Try to get an updated roster in just a bit.
No huddle again for the Tigers.
They're back up to the line of scrimmage. The quarterback, number 12, Brody Wortham. Going to run things out to the far side. They're going to be short of the first down, though, Greg. I think they got to the 25. They needed to get down to the 19.
Good job by number 12 for Sylvania, Nathan King, a cornerback. He's a junior cornerback. He took him head on as a tailback for Randolph County. Was really off left tackle. And he just kind of ran into him, boom, and it's now 4th down and 1.
We're in 4-down territory, though. They're going to go for this.
Yeah, I think we've seen their PAT, their kicker, and I don't know that he's got this distance. Yep. Looks like they're going to have a timeout on the field by Randolph County.
Call about Randolph County. You're exactly right. When they take a timeout, we take one as well. 60 seconds back to the station. 7-0 in favor of Randolph County right here on Eagle Sports.
Charlie Norton here with Norton's Flooring. As most people know, we have been selling Ork vacuums for years, but we also use them and occasionally abuse them. We've left them in the rain, caught them on fire, run them for hours at a time, and sucked up stuff they were never designed to, and they keep going and going. But when they break, they are easily repaired with affordable parts. That's because Ork uses a simple design that makes them light, powerful, durable, affordable to buy, and inexpensive to maintain. And if you buy from Norton's, you only have to bring it here for servicing. Ork vacuums at Norton's Flooring in Wedowee, Alabama, 357-9233.
Southern Ambulance Transport is always on call and always there when you need them. And we hope you don't need them, but if you do, call 256-357-2222 or 1-800-757-7367. They are your reliable emergency and non-emergency transportation, the highest quality of service. Southern Ambulance Transport is always ready. Call 256-357-2222 or 1-800-757-7367.
You're listening to Area High School Football on WLWE 94.7 and online at eagle1023.com.
Welcome back to high school football right here on Eagle Sports. First down for Randolph County as going to just run another dive there into the line of scrimmage. Just got you down here, so keep on running it.
Junior running back Aaron Knight takes the ball up the middle. He's carried the ball about 6 to 8 times. Looks like he's averaging
an interception,
about 4 yards a carry.
Got a lot going on for him. Back under center goes Wortham. He's going to fake the toss, throw it out quickly to a wide out here to this near side. He's down to the 6-yard line, and a beautiful pass and catch by Andrew Prestridge.
Prestridge, the one that ran that football earlier today for 82 yards and a touchdown. He was a slot back, and it was set up for like a bubble screen, but it wasn't. The slot back took a step forward, step back. The quarterback hit him in route. He moved to the inside hash marks and picked up another first down as they're inside the 10-yard line. So it'll be 1st and goal from the 8-yard line for the Randolph County Tigers.
Back to the wishbone. Wortham under center. Turns. Going to run the option. Pitches it. Going around the right side. Did he get inside the pylon?
Yep.
Yes, he did. Touchdown, Tigers. Aaron Knight.
Aaron Knight, and he has touched the ball many times as he takes the pitch from the quarterback, Wortham, and he steps out against a couple of tacklers from the Sylvania Rams on about the 5-yard line. He's able to elude them and tightrope down the sideline into the end zone for the 2nd touchdown of the night for Randolph County at the 3:52 mark in only the first quarter.
Wow.
You start to wonder, and you realize why they're averaging 40, 42 points a game.
They just roll down the field. They're going to go for 2.
A little polecat
on the right side. That line pushing, but they did not get it in. So the point after touchdown will not be good. So 13-0 is your score in favor of Randolph County. 3:52 left to go. Just 30 seconds back to the station on Eagle Sports.
Tanner Health System is advancing advancing health, expanding the possibilities for health in our community. From allergists to urologists, we're everywhere you are, when and where you need us most. Brought to you by the brilliant minds that are making exceptional health possible in our community. We know it takes much more than medicine. It takes medicine beyond measure. Call 770-214-CARE or learn more at tanner.org.
You're listening to Area High School Football on WLWE 94.7 and online at eagle1023.com.
Welcome back to high school football. Randolph County leads this one right now 13-0. And we're just 3:52 left to go in the first quarter. They've already put 2 scores up. Sylvania's had the ball twice, and I think they got 1 first down out of it so far in this contest.
Blake Spears, the quarterback, he's senior, 5'11", 170, stands to return the football for the Sylvania Rams.
He'll take it from about the 15, take a step back to the 14, up to the 20, reverses his field, and it's going to be brought down about the 23-yard line. 24s look like what they're going to give you. So will Sylvania have it first and 10. And, they've got to get their offense going, Greg. Right now they have not moved the ball well.
They've only attempted 1 pass, or actually 2, out to the fullback, tight end earlier, and picked up about 6 yards. That was on the first series.
Short of the first down. Mm-hmm.
And on the second series, the second attempt pass was intercepted. Mm-hmm. So you're right. They're not really having a lot of luck running the football. They're going double tight in a strange formation here.
I haven't seen that one. It's kind of almost like a wildcat position. The 2 running backs were lined up behind the tackles inside.
It looked like a wishbone, and
a reverse wishbone.
A reverse wishbone in the court, and they actually had a tailback behind the full.
Pistol wishbone.
I don't know. It was strange for sure. But
they're gonna pick 2 yards out of it. So 2nd and 8.
It's probably one of the few positive gains they've had all night, at least in the first quarter. It seems like a long night. They're on their 3rd possession. The Sylvania Rams are
tight splits. They're going to go to the straight T, shotgun set. Quarterback's going to back up the pass. Different quarterback in this time as well. That's Spears. I'm sorry. That's still Spears back there.
Well, Spears was throwing it out to number 14, Eli Battles. Had him open. He just threw it more to the sidelines. Battles ran up about 5 yards and hooked in, and Spears threw it to the outside. And I believe if one or the other had either the route wrong or the pass wrong, but he was open enough, and he would have picked up about 6 yards. As it stands, it's still 3rd down and 8 for the Rams.
3:13 left to go here. Clock stopped with an incomplete pass. They toss it to this near side, find a little bit of a seam, fighting. Going to get a couple more yards. They get maybe to the 29-yard line. They're still going to need 6 more for a first down, and it's 4th right now.
Blake Spears, the quarterback for the Rams, Sylvania Rams, actually faked a quarterback draw, if you will. He took the snap, and he took about 3 steps forward like he was going to run it, and then he tossed it out, a little shuffle pass out to the tailback who was in motion, and ran it up the right side, was able to pick up about 3 yards, but it'll be 4th down and 5 for the Rams as the ball spotted on the 29-yard line. A lot of pressure on the punter that time, but a beautiful kick.
A fair catch called for back about the 35.
He'll fair catch it for the Randolph County Tigers, and they're going to mark the ball on the 35-yard line as he caught it. Looks like about the 36, but his momentum took him back to the 35, and that's where they're going to spot it. And this will be their 3rd possession of the first quarter. 2:30 to go in the first quarter play. Your score, Randolph County Tigers 13, Sylvania Rams 0. Both teams with 2 timeouts left. Each one of them has taken a timeout. Good crowd here tonight. Nice weather. Good fall football weather, Jack.
So Randolph County takes the ball from the 35-yard line. They're going left to right on your radio dial. Backing up to pass is the quarterback, Wortham. He'll swing it out, and they'll get up to the 40-yard line. A gain of 5, 2nd and 5.
Nicely, he had a double twins out to the right side. He had a slot back, and the slot back basically in Prestridge just took the little flare pass out and picks up, as you said, 5 yards. It'll be 2nd and 5 as the ball is spotted on the 40-yard line. So they've been able to move the ball pretty much positively on most every play.
I can't think of a play that went negative so far. They get about a 2 to 3 foot split between them, so they're wide across the field. And going to a little counter there, again to the big tailback, 24 Knight.
Is that Aaron Knight?
Mm-hmm.
Knight has carried the ball. he's been their workhorse tonight, Jack. With the exception of the touchdown run, he's pretty much carried the ball most every play. And looking at Sylvania's defense there, they're just lining up in a basic nickel package. Really nothing fancy from the defensive side. They've got a couple linebackers, and they're in cover 2. So nothing really fancy, just trying to stop this powerful Randolph County offense.
They audible at the line. They go right to the tailback. Oh, man. They had a great opportunity to get up the field again with another big play. That's number 8.
And again, he's not on the roster.
Not on our roster.
Not on our Max Prep roster. We apologize for that. But he is right up the middle. He'll pick up about 7 yards. And if he hadn't have tripped, Jack, I believe he would have continued to run for a little while.
He was going to get to the 35. He'll get just across the 50 instead. Or the quarterback back under center. Takes the snap, turns, hands it off to the tailback. Who's going to stuff down. He's going to bounce to the outside, pick up a little bit of extra yardage. He's going to be really close to the first down. Let's see where the spot goes.
Aaron Knight from a power eye position. They've done so many formations tonight, from a power eye to a pistol set.
They marked him just short
to a wishbone set, but he comes right up the middle behind the big center. He gets stuffed. He bounces it to the outside and tries to move up, and for the first down, and the referee is actually going to call for a measurement.
Yep, they'll bring out the chains.
From your vantage point, it looks like it might be short by at least the length of the football, Jack.
Just a little bit of, I'd say a couple of inches short from this vantage point, as you mentioned, Greg.
So with 35.1 seconds to go in the first quarter of play here in Wedowee, Alabama, on Lake Wedowee at Randolph County High School. Randolph County 13, Sylvania 0. And, yeah, you're right. They're short by the length of a football. It's still third down.
They'll walk you back to the hash, and they'll reset the ball there.
So let's see. 13-0 is your score. They on their second touchdown, Randolph County lined up in the polecat, where you've got the for the extra point. You basically bring the center and the place kick holder to the center of the field, leaving everyone else there. So what happened is the center reached down, grabbed the ball, and then chunked it over to the fullback. Was trying to just go behind the line 2.5 yards, and it didn't happen. So that's one of the few positive things that Sylvania's had tonight happen.
So they're down here, third and basically 1. The quarterback sneaking, he's going to get it and lots more.
And, you know, it's funny, Jack. We were just talking about keeping your head up. The quarterback, Brody Wortham, stands at about 6'1", 180. Looks really, really good. And his few passes tonight have been right on the money. He does the quarterback sneak, steps to the right between the center and the guard. And if he'd have kept his head up, he might have still been running, because he just kind of lumbered forward, and he just kind of his momentum pulled him down to the turf. And again, if he'd have kept his feet up under him, he might have kept running.
Well, that'll be the end of the first quarter of play. 13-0 is your score in favor of Randolph County. We'll step aside, let you listen to some of our fine sponsors. 60 seconds back to the station right here on Eagle Sports.
What does Mike Fields really do? Does he fix fenders and hoods? Does he straighten frames? Does he paint things? Does he work with insurance companies? What does Mike Fields Body Shop really do? Well, they do all those things, but what they really do is take a wreck and turn it back into the car that I love to drive, the car that I like to get behind the wheel and just drive and drive. Thank you, Mike Fields Body Shop, for doing what you do, because you do it right at Mike Fields Body Shop, 123 Industrial Drive, Roanoke.
Right now, 1 in 3 drivers is cruising around in a state of skepticism about just how much value their car insurance company is delivering. If you're one of them, State Farm agent Ken Seifert in Roanoke can help you get to a better state, because Ken Seifert will talk with you, listen to you, and help you put together a policy that has you written all over it, from cost to coverage, all backed by 24/7 customer support. Feeling less skeptical? Then call State Farm agent Ken Seifert in Roanoke and officially get to a better state with State Farm. You're listening to Area High School Football on WLWE 94.7 and online at
First down.
1023.com.
Sorry about that.
Welcome back. Greg just realized what a microphone's for.
Yeah. Here we go.
So we flip the field. Ball's resting on about the 43-yard line, and here comes Randolph County again. And they're going to get to about the 40-yard line, a couple of yards there. So brings up second down.
Number 1 for Randolph County, Trent Lane carries the ball over the left tackle and he's able to pick up about really, I would have given him credit for a yard, but they're going to stretch him out to about 3-yard gain, so it'll be 2nd down and 7.
It's like you were talking about earlier. He's a tall kid, big kid, and as he falls, he's going to get 3 yards. So back to the I for Wortham and company. A band split just a little bit to this near side, wide to the right. Takes the shotgun snap. Excuse me, he's under center. And great job by the – wow. Knight is going to jump and hurdle 3 guys and then pick up big yardage across the 30 for a first down for Randolph County.
That'll be about a 14-yard gain, 13-yard gain. You're right, Jack. He hits the line of scrimmage. Somebody hits him about a yard past the line of scrimmage, but he breaks that tackle and kind of leapfrogs a player and runs on up the field, and they're going to move the ball down to the 32-yard line, 31 and a half, and that's where Randolph County will have another first down heading north.
Great second effort. Wortham now hands the ball once again to him.
Oh,
he's gone.
done.
10-5, touchdown Tigers. Aaron Knight once again, the junior. 5'11", 180, flies down the field on a great hole by that line.
He just simply pounds it behind big 78 for the Richard Bledsoe. He's a senior, 6'2", 315, a left tackle, and he just simply, Knight just follows him and untouched off the left side, 22 yards for the score, and that'll bring it Randolph County 19, Sylvania Rams 0.
I expect them to go for 2 here to go ahead and get it to 21-0.
Well, they may, because they don't look like they're setting up for. They're going to move up into a wishbone.
So straight up and down, unbalanced line to the left side. So just a tackle to the right, and they're going to the left and going all the way to the corner. Untouched goes Trevor. That's another 2-point conversion. So 21-0 is your score with 10:59 left to go in the first half of play. You're listening to high school football on Eagle Sports.
Banking local matters. When you keep your money here, it stays in the community to support local businesses and schools and farms. At First Bank of Alabama, we've been serving this area for more than 160 years. We care about our community and the people who live here. So when you bank here, you make being here better for all of us. First Bank of Alabama, the official bank of here. FirstBankAL.com. Equal housing lender. Member FDIC.
You're listening to Area High School Football on WLWE 94.7 and online at Eagle1023.com.
Welcome back to high school football right here on Eagle Sports. Jack Mormon, Greg Hicks live here from Randolph County High School here in Wedowee, Alabama. And we're in the state playoffs of 3A, the semis. 10:59 left to go. Not the semis, I'm sorry. We're quarters, I'm sorry.
Yeah, we were just talking to at break. Wow, what a crowd here in Wedowee, Alabama at Randolph County High School. The stands on both sides are packed, and there's a crowd all the way around in the end zone, all the way around the fence, shoulder to shoulder. And even on the Randolph County side, there's doubled up over here by the concession stand. So a ton of people here on a cool, crisp Friday night in Randolph County at Wedowee, Alabama.
That's going to go out of bounds on this near side. They'll bring it up to the 35, and that's where Sylvania will have it 1st and 10. And, you know, Greg, if they're going to get in this ball game, they've got to get their offense moving.
Well, that's what we were talking about at halftime, or during the break just then. It's 21-0, and it's just really started a minute into the second quarter. There's still 11 minutes to go until halftime, already down by 3 touchdowns. Sylvania, who's been probably averaging about 30, 32 points a game, not really showing signs of any life right now. Yeah. They've got a big offensive line and some big that big tackle, and they've just got to figure out how to move these big defensive cats for the Tigers.
They'll put it back in motion. Quarterback's going to keep it, and he's going to just kind of lackluster run across the 35 to the 36-yard line. That's going to get him maybe a yard, 2nd and 9. And, Greg, I don't want to be critical of these young men, but right now I'm not seeing the same fire that I'm seeing in the way the Randolph County kids are flying around the field.
No, you're right. Spears, the quarterback, trying to follow that big Lucas Hall, 6'5", 265 right tackle. But, when he came up to the line of scrimmage, Jack, he had his head down. He really wasn't watching where he was going. He picks up maybe a half a yard.
If he popped to the outside, he had a little bit of running room in front of him.
Yep. That
reverse wishbone, quarterback's going to keep it. Again, puts his head down, just goes right into a couple of down lineman for Randolph County.
He'll pick up a couple. It'll bring up 3rd down and 7 as they're going to move the ball out to about the 38-yard line. They've got to get out to the 45 for a first down. So they're averaging maybe 1.5 yards per carry. Not good statistics for the Sylvania Rams. If you're a Ram fan and you happen to be listening to us on the World Wide Web and maybe watching the stream on the internet, the Rams really got to figure out something new.
They're going to pass the ball, intercepted right in the middle of the field, and Randolph County is going to run it down the sideline. 10, 5, he makes it into the end zone. Touchdown for Randolph County. Jai Wright, number 21, he made the tackle on the previous play, and now he's going to score a touchdown for his team.
Wow, is he excited. Intercepted at about the 44-yard line as Spears was trying to throw a nice little pass to the tight end who, if he would have caught it, would have had a first down, one of the few first downs that they would have had tonight. But Randolph County linebacker stepped in, picked it off at about the 44-yard line, and actually ran through a couple of would-be tacklers, and made it all the way down for a defensive score. So Randolph County is on a roll, 27-0 over Sylvania Rams.
They'll roll the line back over and line up for a standard point after touchdown. Snap, hold, kick is up. And, it just did make it over there. 28-0, 9:36 left to go in the first half of play. You're listening to high school football on Eagle Sports.
For all your dry cleaning needs, look no further than M&R Cleaners, located at 19 Main Street South in Wedowee. Open Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday from 7 to 5, as well as Wednesday and Saturday from 7 to 12. M&R Cleaners has been in business since 1988 and continues to offer the highest in quality service. They also do altercations on any of your ill-fitting garments. For more information, call M&R Cleaners at 256-357-2592.
You're listening to Area High School Football on WLWE 94.7 and online at eagle1023.com.
Welcome back to high school football, Alabama State playoffs, the quarterfinals. As Greg corrected me a moment ago, I appreciate that. We're looking at just some scores from over the Georgia side. We're get you some Alabama scores in just a few moments. Again, Randolph County leading this one 28-0. It's been really all Randolph County, both scoring on both offense and defense. 9:36 left to go in the first half. They're kicking the ball off again. They're moving right to left on your radio dial. There's a nice high kick, end over end. Taking it at the 15, up to the 20. 25 going down the left side. And the quarterback, as he's done all game long, puts his head down at the 30 and be tackled there.
You know, last time they started at the 35-yard line because Randolph County had kicked the ball out of bounds on the kickoff. He's able to fill the ball at about as you said, about the 17-yard line, and they'll move it out to the 31-yard line. And this will be about the 5th offensive possession for the Sylvania Rams.
It's the second of this quarter. I mean, we're in the second quarter. This is the second time they have the ball.
And they're just really not generating anything. He's been intercepted twice.
And that's another different setup as they're going to hand the ball to the tailback who's just to the right side of him. And they'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And, you know, Randolph County, we mentioned they've scored so many points on this field on the year, but they've also held folks to nothing just about all season long, and you can see why.
Well, you know, their defense really stout. I was looking at the, I want to say Big 78, their defensive nose tackle. Look at the stats on him. He looks like he stands at about 6'2", 315, or 285 to 315 area. He's a big kid.
Shotgun snap, handoff into the line. And I'm not sure why they continue to go right back to that line of scrimmage, because the Randolph County Tigers are stout right up there across the middle.
You know what? I call that right. He's Richard Bledsoe, 6'2", 315.
Attaboy. And
he ran. They ran right back up the middle, right toward Bledsoe, and that picked up a half a yard. So it'll be 3rd down and 9. And again, they're in a passing situation. But, you know, just really feeling like you want a competitive football game. You kind of want them to complete something, but they're going to call a timeout.
They call a timeout. We take one as well. Just take 30 seconds back to the station. 8:29 left to go in the third. 28-0 in favor of Randolph County on Eagle Sports.
Southern Ambulance Transport is always on call and always there when you need them. And we hope you don't need them, but if you do, call 256-357-2222 or 1-800-757-7367. They are your reliable emergency and non-emergency transportation, the highest quality of service. Southern Ambulance Transport is always ready. Call 256-357-2222 or 1-800-757-7367.
You're listening to Area High School Football on WLWE 94.7 and online at eagle1023.com.
Welcome back to high school football. Jack Mormon, Greg Hicks live here on Eagle Sports. It's 8:29 left to go in the first half of play. 28-0 is your score. Temperature dropping a little bit of humidity kind of getting in your bones here.
You know, here we're freezing up here. I mean, it's really cold. I'm looking down here at all the players, and they're running around in short pants, and half of them got their socks pulled down to the knees. But they are running around. We're just standing here. So
well, we need to jump up and down. They're going to pass the ball complete to this near side, and Randolph County does a good job of just rocking their world. He'll get a 5 yards up the field, but it's going to bring up fourth down. A little creativity there, and he kind of paid for it there.
Hey, number 14, and let me put my specs on here, and I'll tell you who that is for Sylvania. Eli Battle's a tight end. He took a nice little stab pass out here, and actually looked like he had some gain. He picked up about 5 yards. Yeah, and it's 4th and 4, maybe a long 4, but the cornerback for Randolph County just came up and stuck him real hard.
He had some second effort, was moving up the field a little bit.
So the punter will stand on the 22-yard line as he kicks it away.
Beautiful high kick. He'll be fielded at about the 30-yard line. They're going to back him up to the 29. That's very similar to something that happened earlier, and that's where they'll take the 1st and 10 from Randolph County.
Trey Terrell, a senior cornerback and wide receiver, 5'9", 190, will stand and do a fair catch, and they're going to spot the ball on the 30-yard line. So if you've been in and out joining us, Randolph County Tigers 28, Sylvania Rams 0. Wow, it's been all Randolph County this first half. I don't think they've had a negative offensive play. They've had a defensive interception, pick 6. They've just done everything right so far this first half.
Straight I for the quarterback, Wortham. Turn around, hand off to the tailback on the right side. This time it's going to be Trent Lane,
Number 1, Trent Lane, will take the ball off the right side, up between the guard and the tackle, and he'll pick up about a yard, maybe 2, as they'll give him credit out to the 32-yard line. It'll be 2nd down and 8 as the clock continues to run. 7:22 left until halftime, where you can all go and get you a hot chocolate and warm up a little bit, because you're going to need it tonight. It's a little chilly here.
They break the line. Going back to the eye, they'll swing it man wide left and right. A little bit wider to the far side than the near side. Wortham turns, fakes the handoff back to pass, angles it down the field. He's going for it all. Blood bumping in there, goes right through the hands, but a flag. They're going to give him the defensive pass interference. A nicely thrown ball. Andrew Prestridge was back deep for it, but he had to come back for a little bit.
Well, he was kind of slowing his time down. He's a lot taller than the cornerback. Was hoping that he could slow it down a little bit and jump up for it. But if that is a defensive pass interference, and I say if because I saw his
hand. I'm watching him back up. It may be offensive.
Because the wide receiver did have his hands on him, and he pushed off at the last second.
No, reverse it. Sorry.
So, but there was hands all over the place, so they're going to call it defensive pass interference. Probably could have gone either way. And really, Randolph County does not need any help scoring points tonight, as they're already up 4 touchdowns, and we're only halfway through the second quarter. And to add, insult to injury, it's cold, and when you're getting beat 4 touchdowns, and
it gets colder.
It gets colder quick. Sure does.
Ball's on the 47. Randolph County back to the line of scrimmage. I formation. They got tight twins to this near side. Tall sweep coming around the near side. Good move by the tailback, who goes to get back to the line of scrimmage. Actually, it could have been taken down in the backfield, but he had heads up and made a nice little cut to get back to the line of scrimmage.
I was looking at Richard Bledsoe, the left tackle senior. He was taking on the big kid, Lucas Hall. 2 big boys going after it. He's the left offensive tackle and the right defensive tackle for Sylvania. And that is a heck of a matchup tonight. And 2 big guys probably should, if they're not, they should be being recruited. If not big D1 guys, something like a Troy or North Alabama or South Alabama, something like that, because it's been a good matchup tonight.
Trips to the right. They're going to swing it out to one of the slot receivers. He's going to get up to the field. A first down and more across the 40 to 35. Still on his feet. Down the sideline all the way to the 20-yard line. What incredible acceleration from the 30 down to the 20.
Trey Terrell, a senior wideout and cornerback, takes the little stab pass from Wortham. Beautiful pass, too, right on the money, right at the numbers. And he just takes it in stride. He steps out to the sidelines and hits it and runs all the way down to the Sylvania Ram 23-yard line, and that's where the ball will be spotted, actually the 22-yard line. There in almost in the red zone. It'll be another first down. The clock continues to run inside 5 minutes, right at 5 minutes to mark, 28-0, and it looks like the Tigers are on another scoring mark, Jack.
Tight trips to the right side. You're going to swing it out, little bubble screen, and a good little move there, but they're going to only get about 2 yards out of that. Was Prestridge making the catch.
You're right. He's tall, drink of water. He actually came in and caught the pass on a little bubble screen, and the cornerback was all over him. He does a little twist, and we've got a flag on the play. It'll be a personal foul against Sylvania Rams. And again, like we just said, they don't need any. No. Randolph County doesn't need any help scoring the football, scoring these touchdowns.
How often have we seen, though, Greg, over the years, a team that's getting down and get a little frustrated and you get some penalties that just aren't going to help you out a lot at all. And, those don't help you in a normal situation, but when you're taking on a team, the quality of Randolph County, it's really not going to help you at all.
No, I totally agree. What happened is when Prestridge went down, you had a cornerback coming in a little late on the hit and on the tackle, and that's what's going to hurt the Rams as the ball's moved just over the 10-yard lines by the length of a football. So it'll be first down and goal with about 9 and 3/4 yards for a touchdown, if you will.
Yep.
So they cannot get a first down. It's either touchdown or a field goal. And the way the Tigers are moving today, this evening, it may just be another touchdown.
Wortham loses the ball as he snaps it. Then gets up, gives it to his back out of the backfield. He's going to go into the left side for a touchdown.
Trent Lane, senior tailback, came out of the wishbone. It looked like Wortham came out and did a fake toss sweep and then handed it to his tailback off the left side behind the big tackle over there and just ran 9.5 yards in for yet another score, 34-0 with 5 minutes left in the second quarter of play. 34 for the Randolph County Tigers, 0 for the Sylvania Rams.
They'll swing it back over and line up for a standard PAT.
You see the Sylvania faithful over there on the side, on the visitor side, and I think that they knew that right now this will take nothing but a miracle for anything.
No good, wide left. So 34-0 is your score with 5:05 left to go here in the first half of play. You're listening to high school football on Eagle Sports.
In this time of uncertainty, Small Town Bank says they owe our police officers, sheriff's departments, rescue squads, and fire departments a sincere thank you for putting their lives in danger each and every day. For the people in our communities, families, and our businesses, we say thank you from Small Town Bank.
You're listening to Area High School Football on WLWE 94.7 and online at eagle1023.com.
Welcome back to Wedowee, Alabama, Randolph County High School on Eagle Sports, where your Randolph County Tigers are 34, the Sylvania Rams are 0. And it has been all Randolph County Tigers this first half. They've had a defensive score. They've had a couple of long runs for touchdowns. They've had a long little swing pass for about a 52-yard gain, and on the we had a personal foul to move the ball up to the 10-yard line, and on the next play they scored yet another touchdown. So Randolph County kicks the ball off, and it'll go out of bounds, so it'll be spotted at the 35-yard line for the Sylvania Rams. And Jack and I were talking at the break, and the Rams, if they're going to muster up any kind of competitive fight in this quarterfinal playoff game against the Randolph County Tigers, they've got to start doing something. And I know the fan faithful are over there, and they're kind of quiet, and they're cold now. And what started out pregame is we're all fired up, and all of a sudden it's just getting a colder night for the Rams. But they have certainly got to find something offensively, as they'll go with a single back in the backfield. Spears takes a snap. He fakes the handoff. He drops back, sees his tight end 21 for the Rams, Brett Brown. He drags across behind the linebackers, and they're really the biggest gain of the night as it'll move the ball out to the 42-yard line. It'll pick up 7, so it'll be 2nd down and 3 for the Rams. That was probably the single biggest gain all night, and the first completion of a pass. He's had about 4 pass attempts, 2 interceptions. 1 was a pick 6. So the Rams come to the line. They have a 2-tight set, pistol set. He'll give it to the tailback. Tailback drops the ball in the backfield. He's able to maybe get on it. Let's see what happens. It's going to be 2nd down as the referee comes in and says, no, it'll be 2nd down. But that'll lose about 3. It'll come back to the 37, 3rd down and 8 for the Sylvania Rams. So just when you see a positive thing happening, then all of a sudden he mishandles the ball on the handoff. The ball hits the ground, and he's able to recover it, however. But still, what a challenge for Sylvania now as they're 3rd down and 3 from the 37-yard line. Quarterback drops back, rolls out and throws it deep. Nobody's out here. It was a miscue by number 14, Eli Battles, the tight end. Spears, the quarterback, thought he was going to go on a little out route. Well, I can't say a little out route, but about a 30-yard out route. Should have been he would have been wide open. The ball landed on about the 36-yard line, but nobody was around it. Miscommunication on the route from the quarterback to Battles, the tight end. So Spears, the quarterback, will drop back on the 21-yard line to handle the punt. He takes the snap. Once again, normally he's punted really nice. This will be a short kick, but it does bounce on the 40-yard line. It's going to roll down to the 30 where it'll be called the whistle will be blown. There's a flag that was thrown by the back judge, thrown up to about the 35-yard line. So let's see what happens. I don't know if we had a block in the back as they were pursuing the punting team. Let's see what happens. That's exactly what happened. So that goes against Sylvania, actually, as they were pursuing. Let's see what the referee does now. He may change. He may have pointed in the wrong direction as we're waiting for the official call, because Randolph County is backing up. They were spotting the ball on the 30, but Randolph County's backing up. The Huddles is backing up around the 10-yard line, and so it looks like the umpire is it is going against Randolph County. The referee had actually pointed toward the now he changes the signal. He pointed toward Sylvania, but now it's going to go against Randolph County. That's going to back the ball all the way up to the 15-yard line. So this is a personal foul, 15-yard penalty. You hate to say it, but one of the few bright spots for Sylvania, and it comes on a 15-yard penalty. So Randolph County takes the ball 1st and 10 from their own 15-yard line. They're set with a pro-eye position. Quarterback hands the ball off to Wortham. 24, Aaron Knight. He has been the big hoss. He takes the pitch from a tailback position, and he runs all the way out to the 37-yard line. The ball was spotted on the 15, so that'll be a 22-yard gain out to the 37 and another 1st down as the clock runs inside of 3.5 minutes. We're about 3:10 to go in the first half. Randolph County 34, Sylvania Rams 0. Now the initial start of the game, the Rams actually won the toss and elected to receive. There's a whistle blown here, and the referee throws a flag down. I don't know if it's looking as illegal motion from the backfield, so it'll back them up a little bit. But again, 34-0. Jack, help me out here. I want to say that Sylvania won the toss.
Yeah, Rams will get the ball in the second half.
The Rams will start off getting the ball in the second half?
Yep.
Well,
I'm sorry, not the Rams, the Randolph County Tigers.
Randolph County, yeah. So there's 2 minutes and 44 seconds to go. The ball is spotted on the 32-yard line of the Tigers. They could possibly score here and open up the second half with a score.
Yep.
So, again,
the pitch by Randolph County, and I tell you what, watching big number 24, Aaron Knight, run the ball, it's like a man among boys coming around that left side.
You know, when we found out we was going to call this game, Jack, I got on their website and was looking at last week's Fultondale victory, and Aaron Knight looked to be the workhorse last week as well, and he's certainly been a workhorse tonight. And you know, we're not really keeping stats up here. Hopefully somebody will be keeping stats below us, but it looks like he's probably already pushing 75 yards, maybe 80 yards in the first half.
He'll have a 100-yard night with no problem.
Yeah, and that's just in the first half. So
tight trips to this near side. Wortham will go to the shotgun set. He'll back up to pass. Fakes it, going deep. Go, man, wide open back there. Completed the 30 by number 30. And that's Ontario Hester making the catch. Excuse me. Yeah, no, actually, that's going to be B.J. Clark. E.J. Clark, the big tight end.
Yeah, he's a senior 6 foot. He got 2 number 30s in on our roster, but we're going to call him E.J. Clark, a senior 6 foot, 165. Got behind the corner and a little fake pump. He did this little hitch and go by Wortham. Nice spiral pass. I'm telling you,
Wortham looks good.
So impressed with him. He really has a nice pass, and they'll call timeout for the Randolph County.
Randolph County calls a timeout. We'll take one as well. 1:34 left to go in this first half of play. Randolph County leading 34-0 here on Eagle Sports.
Right now, 1 in 3 drivers is cruising around in a state of skepticism about just how much value their car insurance company is delivering. If you're one of them, State Farm agent Ken Seifert in Roanoke can help you get to a better state, because Ken Seifert will talk with you, listen to you, and help you put together a policy that has you written all over it, from cost to coverage, all backed by 24/7 customer support. Feeling less skeptical? Then call State Farm agent Ken Seifert in Roanoke and officially get to a better state with State Farm.
Tanner Health System is advancing health, expanding the possibilities for health in our community. From allergist to urologist, we're everywhere you are, when and where you need us most. Brought to you by the brilliant minds that are making exceptional health possible in our community. We know it takes much more than medicine. It takes medicine beyond measure. Call 770-214-CARE or learn more at tanner.org.
You're listening to Area High School Football on WLWE 94.7 and online at eagle1023.com.
Welcome back, and Wortham, after the timeout, we knew what he was going to try to do, and he does it across the middle, complete to number 30, E.J. Clark. Or was that the Prestridge?
That's Andrew Prestridge again.
Touchdown for the Tigers.
He just put him on a nice slant pattern. I told you at the break, I said, okay, so the Tigers are calling timeout. They're planning on scoring again. And the very first play, he drops back and just does a nice little slant by post pattern over and led him just perfectly. Yet another score, 40-0.
Snap, hold his kick in this one. He's going to get through just by the hair of his chinny chin chin. 41-0 in favor of Randolph County. A minute 20 left to go in the first half of play. You're listening to high school football. In fact, playoff high school football right here on Eagle Sports.
Randolph County Concrete would like to thank our police officers, Sheriff's Department, Rescue Squad, and volunteer firemen for their continuous efforts to keep our businesses, families, and communities safe while putting themselves in harm's way every day. Thank you all.
Southern Ambulance Transport is always on call and always there when you need them. And we hope you don't need them, but if you do, call 256-357-2222 or 1-800-757-7367. They are your reliable emergency and non-emergency transportation. The highest quality of service. Southern Ambulance Transport is always ready. Call 256-357-2222 or 1-800-757-7367.
In this time of uncertainty, Small Town Bank says they owe our police officers, sheriff's departments, rescue squads, and fire departments a sincere thank you for putting their lives in danger each and every day. For the people in our communities, families, and our businesses, we say thank you from Small Town Bank.
You're listening to Area High School Football on WLWE 94.7 and online at eagle1023.com.
Welcome back to high school football right here on Eagle Sports. Jack Mormon, Greg Hicks live here from Ron Waters Field here in Randolph County. And they'll kick the ball off, and now Sylvania will have it 1st and 10 from the 35-yard line, bounced out of bounds. Snap. Hand off to the left side, and they try to bounce to the outside, and they're still on top of him. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about it. 2nd down and 10.
Tyler Wilbanks, a fullback. He's senior, 6'2", 225. You can see when he handed the ball off, he's a big kid, but he tried to bounce it outside and couldn't do that. It'll go down as no gain. It'll be no gain. It'll be second down and 10 as we're inside a minute until halftime. The clock is running, and I know these players, particularly the Rams from Sylvania, are ready to hit the field house and get warm because it's going to be a long, cold night in the second half for the Rams.
You're right. Again, the handoff. We got the wing back from the far side coming around the left side. He'll kind of get a little bit of a push there across the middle of the field to the 40. He'll get actually, that's where they're going to mark it at the 40-yard line, 3rd and 5.
He'll pick up 5 for that. 25 seconds left until halftime. The referee is just blowing the whistle in right now with 18 seconds left. It's more than likely they might not even get a play in, only because they choose not to run it, but it's 10, 9, 8, 7 seconds left to go until halftime. It doesn't look like the Rams are going to be any hurried to snap this football.
And that'll be the end. They won't get it off. All right, so we're going to step away. As right now, Randolph County has this one well in hand, 41-0 against Sylvania here in 3A. The quarterfinals here. And we'll step away, let you again listen to some of our sponsors. Guys back at the station, we'll finish up that spot set and do our entire first spot set of halftime. And we come back, we've got lots to talk about as we'll give you a kind of a recap of how we got to this point in the ball game. Also look at some scores from around the area. Right now you're listening to high school football on Eagle Sports.
Banking local matters. When you keep your money here, it stays in the community to support local businesses and schools and farms. At First Bank of Alabama, we've been serving this area for more than 160 years. We care about our community and the people who live here. So when you bank here, you make being here better for all of us. First Bank of Alabama, the official bank of here. FirstBankAL.com. Equal housing lender. Member FDIC.
What does Mike Fields really do? Does he fix fenders and hoods? Does he straighten frames? Does he paint things? Does he work with insurance companies? What does Mike Fields Body Shop really do? Well, they do all those things, but what they really do is take a wreck and turn it back into the car that I love to drive, the car that I like to get behind the wheel and just drive and drive. Thank you, Mike Fields Body Shop, for doing what you do, because you do it right at Mike Fields Body Shop, 123 Industrial Drive, Roanoke.
Waterproof flooring. Yep, waterproof. Come see the awesome, amazing, and magically affordable luxury vinyl tile and plank products at Norton's Flooring. Easy to maintain, durable, fade, scuff, and pet proof. It can be glued down, click together, install yourself, or have us do the whole job. With 10,000 feet in stock starting at $1.99 a square foot and a showroom full of samples, there's sure to be one for you. You won't find better deals than right here at Norton's, and you won't walk a mile to find them or someone to help. Norton's Flooring in Wedowee, 256-357-9233. Financing available.
For all your dry cleaning needs, look no further than M&R Cleaners, located at 19 Main Street South in Wedowee. Open Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday from 7 to 5. As well as Wednesday and Saturday from 7 to 12. M&R Cleaners has been in business since 1988 and continues to offer the highest in quality service. They also do altercations on any of your ill-fitting garments. For more information, call M&R Cleaners at 256-357-2592.
Right now, 1 in 3 drivers is cruising around in a state of skepticism about just how much value their car insurance company is delivering. If you're one of them, State Farm agent Ken Seifert in Roanoke can help you get to a better state, because Ken Seifert will talk with you, listen to you, and help you put together a policy that has you written all over it, from cost to coverage, all backed by 24/7 customer support. Feeling less skeptical? Then call State Farm agent Ken Seifert in Roanoke and officially get to a better state with State Farm.
You're listening to Area High School Football on WLWE 94.7 and online at eagle1023.com.
Welcome back to high school football, 3A playoffs here in Alabama. We're at Randolph County High School taking on Sylvania out of Sylvania, Alabama. And right now on the field we have the band for Sylvania. They're in black and green, having a great time, playing a little bit of Chicago. We're going to step away and let you listen to a little bit of that for just a few moments. Great support by the folks here in Randolph County, and it's a full house. Lots of great folks here. It's a beautiful night for football. A little bit cool, but that's okay. Let's get you a few scores here from around the area and in Alabama high school playoff football. In the second quarter, Etowah right now behind BCHS, 17-0. Got Oxford and Clay playing tonight in the second quarter. Clay leading that one 10-0. Andalusia leaving ACA 17-0 right now. Lynette and Lamar County, they're matched up in the second quarter. Lynette leading that one handily 27-0. A couple other scores. Hoover taking on Thompson there in the second quarter, 17-0 in favor of Hoover. Looking at Beauregard, they're behind SPHS 35-7. Let's see, a few more scores here as I'm looking down at Sachs taking on Cherokee there in the second quarter as well, 28-7 in favor of Sachs. Central and McGill, they're tied up 14-14 in the second quarter. Wadley leading Marengo 13-6. Pinson and Austin 21-29 in favor of Austin in that ball game. And Piedmont and Colbert 21-7 is your score with Piedmont leading there. So just a few scores from around the area tonight. It's Randolph County 41-0. Now they've already reached one of their season total. They used to beat just about everybody by 41. But they put 40 points just about everybody in the first half. We've seen them do it all different kinds of ways. They've run the ball so efficiently, from just a dive play to taking it outside. The quarterback will run it every once in a while. We've seen the big pass down the field, a kind of intermediate pass, and then, of course, twice we've seen them go all the way down and pick up a touchdown on some of those big plays. And then, of course, we've just seen a tremendous job on the defensive side. They've had a pick six, and they've just been able to stop Sylvania at will. Sylvania just hasn't been able to get anything going all evening long. Maybe they've had one first down, maybe one on a penalty, but just have not been able to move the ball very well at all. We're going to step aside for just a moment. We'll let you hear from the bands a little bit more, get you some more scores, and walk you through the scoring of the first half right here on Eagle Sports. Keep it here for just a few moments as the band for Sylvania on the field continue with a great rendition of Chicago. A very expressive drum major leading them down. Again, maybe only 30 kids on the field, but maybe not even that, but just a great amount of sound, a lot of pride in what they're doing down on the field. 41-0 is your score. Randolph County taking on Sylvania. We'll step aside here back to the station, let you listen to some of our sponsors as you're listening to high school football on Eagle Sports.
In this time of uncertainty, Small Town Bank says they owe our police officers, sheriff's departments, rescue squads, and fire departments a sincere thank you for putting their lives in danger each and every day. For the people in our communities, families, and our businesses, we say thank you from Small Town Bank.
Randolph County Concrete would like to thank our police officers, sheriff's department, rescue squad, and volunteer firemen for their continuous efforts to keep our businesses, families, and communities safe while putting themselves in harm's way every day. Thank you all.
Tanner Health System is advancing health, expanding the possibilities for health in our community. From allergist to urologist, we're everywhere you are, when and where you need us most. Brought to you by the brilliant minds that are making exceptional health possible in our community. We know it takes much more than medicine. It takes medicine beyond measure. Call 770-214-CARE or learn more at tanner.org.
Right now, 1 in 3 drivers is cruising around in a state of skepticism about just how much value their car insurance company is delivering. If you're one of them, State Farm agent Ken Seifert in Roanoke can help you get to a better state, because Ken Seifert will talk with you, listen to you, and help you put together a policy that has you written all over it, from cost to coverage, all backed by 24/7 customer support. Feeling less skeptical? Then call State Farm agent Ken Seifert in Roanoke and officially get to a better state with State Farm.
For all your dry cleaning needs, look no further than M&R Cleaners, located at 19 Main Street South in Wedowee. Open Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday from 7 to 5, as well as Wednesday and Saturday from 7 to 12. M&R Cleaners has been in business since 1988 and continues to offer the highest in quality service. They also do altercations on any of your ill-fitting garments. For more information, call M&R Cleaners at 256-357-2592.
You're listening to Area High School Football on WLWE 94.7 and online at eagle1023.com.
Welcome back to high school football. The 3A playoffs, the quarterfinals here, as Randolph County right now with a big lead against Sylvania, 41-0. We're here at halftime, and in the background you hear the Randolph County band playing a little bit of music there for you. Let me walk through the scoring and how we got to this point. We began with Sylvania winning the toss. They decided to take the ball. Again, they've rolled 40 on most of their opponents. Probably, I say they're averaging about 35 points per ball game, but they had to punt the ball. They punted all the way down to Randolph County. Randolph County on the third play of their drive runs all the way down the field, about 65 yards for a touchdown, and they were leading at that point 7-0. Sylvania got the ball again. They started from the 40-yard line, a pretty good return for them. And that particular time, though, about the third play from under that drive, they're going to get an interception. Randolph County picks up the ball there. And then they take it down in about 3 plays once again into the end zone. It's Knight, who's had a great night so far, number 24. He takes it down there. They did miss the PAT, so they were leading at that point 13-0. Sylvania gets the ball again in the first quarter of play. They end up having to punt the ball one more time. Randolph, I tell you what, they do have a great punter. I will say that. He's put the ball well in the air, a nice spiral almost every time from him. Randolph County, though, gets the ball at the 35. A nice drive that's a little bit more of a sustained drive. Takes the ball all the way down inside to about the 20-yard line, and that's where they had a big run there. It's Knight, once again, taken into the end zone. They do get the 2-point conversion, and so they lead at that point 21-0. That's right at the beginning of the second quarter. 21-0, as we mentioned, was the score there. Sylvania got the ball and continued to move down the field. But an interception cost them because Randolph County took it into the end zone and was able to put 7 more on the board after the that should be 28-0. They actually missed the extra point, so it's 28-0. Then once again, here comes Sylvania. They get the ball. They drive down, but had to punt the ball. Randolph County, once again, a huge drive, able to put more points on the board. And then one more time, they get the ball late in the first half, and a beautiful pass by the quarterback Wortham to their tailback, and again puts it into the end zone, and another touchdown. They do get the extra point. So 41-0 is our score here as we are at halftime here in Randolph County at Ron Waters Field. Let's take another break. We'll talk about the keys to the second half when we come back right here on Eagle Sports.
Banking local matters. When you keep your money here, it stays in the community to support local businesses and schools and farms. At First Bank of Alabama, we've been serving this area for more than 160 years. We care about our community and the people who live here. So when you bank here, you make being here better for all of us. First Bank of Alabama, the official bank of here. FirstBankAL.com, Equal Housing Lender, member FDIC.
Tanner Health System is advancing health, expanding the possibilities for health in our community. From allergist to urologist, we're everywhere you are, when and where you need us most. Brought to you by the brilliant minds that are making exceptional health possible in our community. We know it takes much more than medicine. It takes medicine beyond measure. Call 770-214-CARE or learn more at tanner.org.
What does Mike Fields really do? Does he fix fenders and hoods? Does he straighten frames? Does he paint things? Does he work with insurance companies? What does Mike Fields Body Shop really do? Well, they do all those things, but what they really do is take a wreck and turn it back into the car that I love to drive, the car that I like to get behind the wheel and just drive and drive. Thank you, Mike Fields Body Shop, for doing what you do. Because you do it right at Mike Fields Body Shop, 123 Industrial Drive, Roanoke.
Right now, 1 in 3 drivers is cruising around in a state of skepticism about just how much value their car insurance company is delivering. If you're one of them, State Farm agent Ken Seifert in Roanoke can help you get to a better state, because Ken Seifert will talk with you, listen to you, and help you put together a policy that has you written all over it, from cost to coverage, all backed by 24/7 customer support. Feeling less skeptical? Then call State Farm agent Ken Seifert in Roanoke and officially get to a better state with State Farm.
Randolph County Concrete would like to thank our police officers, Sheriff's Department, Rescue Squad, and volunteer firemen for their continuous efforts to keep our businesses, families, and communities safe while putting themselves in harm's way every day. Thank you all.
You're listening to Area High School Football on WLWE 94.7 and online at eagle1023.com.
Welcome back to high school football here in Randolph County at Ron Waters Field. Randolph County leading 41-0 over Sylvania as we're getting ready for the second half of play. The band's still on the field, but Sylvania's already come out, and they're on the sideline like they're fixing to start, Greg. But they got another 5 minutes on the clock, and they tend to add about 3 to 5 minutes after that. So maybe they're just ready to go. I don't know.
Well, they're ready to go, but it's probably not to play football. They're ready to get on that bus and head back to
cut the heat on
North Alabama. I'm telling you. 41-0. I know you've talked about it already at halftime, but it has absolutely been all Randolph County Tigers. The Sylvania Rams can say that it's a beautiful facility and a gorgeous night tonight for football, other than being on the cold side because we're here a half a mile from Lake Wedowee. And you could see when we got up on the top of the press box, it was actually quite pleasant, but it's gotten the humidity has really risen and it's
getting your bones.
Yeah,
bones.
The wind's not blowing, but it's cold up here.
Well, second half, you kind of joke keys to the game. I think about it being 41-0, Greg, and if you're the coach talking to the guys at Randolph County, of course, you say, stay the course. This ball game's not over. These guys didn't travel all this way to lose to y'all.
That's right.
You fire the guys up for the second half. But when you're the coach with the team that's down 41-0, it was in the quarterfinals of the playoffs, who's had success.
Yes.
That's a daunting task to get those guys up. And I guess one way is you get them out on the field before the halftime is over. Randolph County just now started to come out of the locker room. But I guess one of the things that you say to them is just those points were rolled up over 2 quarters, and there's nothing to say that you guys who have been successful can't roll those points up in the second half.
That's right. But again, they're smart enough to know, and I don't want to say the game's over. But let's face it, they're smart enough to know that if they don't get something moving on offense, and right now they've had no answer, nothing going offensively. When you were down taking a break earlier, they had a 8-yard complete pass completion, which was their most positive play the entire first half.
Yeah.
And beyond that, they have no answer for the Randolph County defense. They cannot run the football. They average in maybe 2 yards per carry. And that's being generous. So they've had a pick six. They've probably attempted 6 pass
two
plays.
interceptions, one of the pick six, and one gave the ball back.
That's right. And they've probably had 6, maybe 7 pass attempts in the first half. 7's being gracious, and really 2 completions. One was about a 5-yard gain, and one was an 8-yard gain. Their biggest gain from the line of scrimmage all night. So, what do you tell the guys? They're smart enough. These guys are smart enough to know they're down 6 touchdowns, 7 touchdowns. What do? You just have to come out and strap it on and play and really just hope that some breaks go your way. You got to play hard, maybe create your own breaks. But it's a mountain they've got to climb for sure.
Well, it's something you and I talked about all season long as we've been covering other teams, as we've said you want to be relevant in the fourth quarter.
Yep.
And that's what these guys really got to do, try to come out. Now, of course, Randolph County gets the ball. The first thing you got to do is stop them, because I don't think that they've stopped them all night long.
No.
So the first thing you got to do is stop them, get the ball back, and they continue to do something to move the ball up and down the field. I want to thank, again, the Alabama High School School Association. All the HSAA championship events are made possible by the support of our corporate sponsors, including Alabama Power, Alpha, Cadence Bank, Coca-Cola, Encore Rehabilitation, Jack's Restaurants, Russell Athletic, Team IP, and Wilson. These fine corporate citizens are worthy of your support. A special thank you for all our corporate sponsors. This has been a public service message from the Alabama High School Athletic Association. We'll step away for again. Let's listen to our sponsors. When we come back, we'll give you a few more keys to the game, and we'll kick things off in the second half of play here in the playoffs right here on Eagle Sports.
In this time of uncertainty, Small Town Bank says they owe our police officers, sheriff's departments, rescue squads, and fire departments a sincere thank you for putting their lives in danger each and every day. For the people in our communities, families, and our businesses, we say thank you from Small Town Bank.
Randolph County Concrete would like to thank our police officers, Sheriff's Department, rescue squad, and volunteer firemen for their continuous efforts to keep our businesses, families, and communities safe while putting themselves in harm's way every day. Thank you all.
Right now, 1 in 3 drivers is cruising around in a state of skepticism about just how much value their car insurance company is delivering. If you're one of them, State Farm agent Ken Seifert in Roanoke can help you get to a better state, because Ken Seifert will talk with you, listen to you, and help you put together a policy that has you written all over it, from cost to coverage, all backed by 24/7 customer support. Feeling less skeptical? Then call State Farm agent Ken Seifert in Roanoke and officially get to a better state with State Farm.
Tanner Health System is advancing health, expanding the possibilities for health in our community. From allergists to urologists, we're everywhere you are, when and where you need us most. Brought to you by the brilliant minds that are making exceptional health possible in our community. We know it takes much more than medicine. It takes medicine beyond measure. Call 770-214-CARE or learn more at tanner.org.
What does Mike Fields really do? Does he fix fenders and hoods? Does he straighten frames? Does he paint things? Does he work with insurance companies? What does Mike Fields Body Shop really do? Well, they do all those things, but what they really do is take a wreck and turn it back into the car that I love to drive, the car that I like to get behind the wheel and just drive and drive. Thank you, Mike Fields Body Shop, for doing what you do, because you do it right at Mike Fields Body Shop, 123 Industrial Drive, Roanoke.
You're listening to Area High School Football on WLWE 94.7 and online at eagle1023.com.
Welcome back. Sweet Home Alabama is the music you hear behind us.
I thought it was Sweet Home Auburn.
Auburn, Alabama.
There you go.
It's a little extra. That's the in the extended cut. Leonard Skieran's first extended album. That's what that was. They've had a couple more minutes to the clock as Randolph County is warming up down in their end zone.
Some scores here across all classifications. Clay Chalkville 24-0 halftime over Oxford. Andalusia 17-0 over Athens Academy, I believe. Let's see, we've got Lynette 27-0 over Lamar County. Hoover 17, Thompson 0. No score with Opelika and Hillcrest, or at least none reported on this website. 21-21, Spanish Fort and Wetumpka. Let's see what we've got here. South Lamar 21 over Addison, who is 6. Even Randolph County and Sylvania, the one that we're watching, it's 41-0 Randolph County over Sylvania. But on this website, it just says in progress.
And it is.
Yeah, it is. Sachs 28, Cherokee 7. McGill, Tulin, and Central tied up 14-14. Wadley 13, Marengo 6 at halftime. Austin 36, Pinson Valley 28. So Piedmont 21, Colbert Heights 7, and that's at halftime. Winona 14 to 6 over their opponent. Let's see, Hope's Bluff 21, Fayette County 14. Pickens County 23 over Cherokee 0. So that's some scores from your Alabama high school quarterfinal playoffs across all categories. Once again here, 41-0 Randolph County Tigers over the Sylvania Rams.
Let's take 30 seconds back to the station right here on Eagle Sports.
What does Mike Fields really do? Does he fix fenders and hoods? Does he straighten frames? Does he paint things? Does he work with insurance companies? What does Mike Fields Body Shop really do? Well, they do all those things, but what they really do is take a wreck and turn it back into the car that I love to drive, the car that I like to get behind the wheel and just drive and drive. Thank you, Mike Fields Body Shop, for doing what you do, because you do it right at Mike Fields Body Shop, 123 Industrial Drive, Roanoke.
You're listening to Area High School Football on WLWE 94.7 and online at eagle1023.com.
Welcome back. We're ready to kick things off here. It'll be Sylvania kicking off to Randolph County. They're kicking left to right, if you're looking at your radio dial. Or if you're watching the stream, then that you're seeing exactly what's happening there. They step up. And there's the kick. Line drive just down the middle of the field, bouncing up to the 20. Picked up there. by Randolph County to the 30. Back on the right side to the 40-yard line, about the 41, and that's where they'll have it 1st and 10.
Trey Terrell picks up the ball, the little squib kick right down the middle. He'll pick it up on about the 21-yard line and run it all the way out to the 41. So excellent field position for the start of the second half, as if they need it, for the Randolph County Tigers, who are now leading 41-0 as we start the third quarter of play. Now, Alabama High School, I'm not sure, but in Georgia High School, if you're ahead by 30 points at halftime, you run the clock. Now, you do have to ask the coach's permission to run it in the third quarter.
So here comes Randolph County with a big play across the left side, across the 50, 40, down to the 30-yard line, and that's a first down for Randolph County.
Jawan Knight, a sophomore, 5'7", 180, tailback for the Tigers, is able to take that off the right side, off the left side.
He caught one of the touchdowns earlier.
He did, and that'll be about a 30-yard gain all the way down to the 31-yard line of Sylvania. And so it starts again, Jack, as the Tigers just simply powering. Got a new quarterback to start the second half for the Tigers.
We'll get his name for you in just a second as they hand the ball off in the line on the right side, cutting back to the middle of the field. Brings up second down and a late flag on that play.
It may be a personal foul, but
we have a hold against Randolph County. I think maybe only the second penalty we've had on them all game long.
Right. We've got a new quarterback. He's number 7. We'll get his name for you.
DeMarcus Davis.
Davis is quarterback. We had it handed off to number 10. We don't have him on our roster, but it looks like we've got some new faces, particularly at the skill positions for the Tigers.
So it'll be a first down again and 10 from the 40. After a 15-yard penalty's walked off. They'll break the huddle, make their way back to the line of scrimmage. Quarterback Davis will go under center, got a wishbone behind him. That's a fullback and then 2 running backs to the left and right of him. Steps up, hands the ball to the far running back. That's right. Right bounces out to the outside. Has to be stopped initially to the 30, and he's gone. 20, 10, 5. Touchdown, Tigers.
Jawan Wright just simply hit it up the middle between the guard and center and hit a wall, and he bounced it back to come back in the backfield, hit out to the left side. He hit it at about the 35-yard line and just took off down the field and was not going to be denied. 47-0, and we're just 70 seconds into the third quarter of play, and now we've got a new PAT kicker as he kicks soccer style for the Tigers.
Hold kick is up.
Whoa.
And this kick is over the field. Actually bounces and he comes back down into the gutters. It's caught there. So 48-0 is your score with 10:50 left to go in the third quarter of play. You're listening to high school football right here on Eagle Sports.
Right now, 1 in 3 drivers is cruising around in a state of skepticism about just how much value their car insurance company is delivering. If you're one of them, State Farm agent Ken Seifert in Roanoke can help you get to a better state, because Ken Seifert will talk with you, listen to you, and help you put together a policy that has you written all over it, from cost to coverage, all backed by 24/7 customer support. Feeling less skeptical? Then call State Farm agent Ken Seifert in Roanoke and officially get to a better state with State Farm.
Charlie Norton here with Norton's Flooring. As most people know, we have been selling ORC vacuums for years, but we also use them and occasionally abuse them. We've left them in the rain, caught them on fire, run them for hours at a time, and sucked up stuff they were never designed to, and they keep going and going. But when they break, they are easily repaired with affordable parts. That's because ORC uses a simple design that makes them light, powerful, durable, affordable to buy, and inexpensive to maintain. And if you buy from Norton's, you only have to bring it here for servicing. ORC vacuums at Norton's Flooring in Wedowee, Alabama, 357-9233.
You're listening to Area High School Football on WLWE 94.7 and online at eagle1023.com.
Welcome back to high school football here on Eagle Sports. Randolph County leading 48-0 over Sylvania. Short high kick taken at the 25-yard line, then up the middle of the field to the 30. Upended at about the 35-yard line, and that's where Sylvania will have it 1st and 10.
It'll be the quarterback Spears taking the football, a high kick, short kick. He'll take it at about the 25, move it out to the 34-yard line, a bit of a 9-yard return, and that's where the Rams of Sylvania will have it to start their first possession of the second half. So as we called it earlier, Randolph County scored on the last possession of the first half and the first possession of the second half.
They're going to run off tackle, actually get to the outside. One of their best gains of the game so far, about a 6-7 yard gain, brings up second down and 3.
Second down and 3, 7-yard gain. That is the longest gain they've had from line of scrimmage the entire football game. We're looking at the
seeing some clean pants on the field too.
Well,
Greg,
that's what I'm looking at the personnel from the Tigers on the defense, and a lot of fresh numbers out there, guys that we haven't seen during the first half. So
the quarterback's going to run it to the steer side, cut back across the middle of the field, and that was a mistake. As he's going to get to the 40, he'll lose about 2 yards on that play.
He sure will. It'll back it up. It'll be 3rd down and 4 for the Rams. So, yeah, he should have just continued to go with the flow. He would have been
your blockers.
No worse off, yeah. One of the things that I've seen about Spears, he will run with his head down, so his vision's not that good. And with that, but then he also cuts back, and he should have just gone with the flow, follow his blockers. He would have probably had a couple more yards to gain. As it turns out, he loses a yard, 3rd down and 4 from the 40-yard line.
The split man wide to this near side, wing to this near side. Wing's going to get the ball going around the left side. He'll get a yard maybe. Brings up 4th down. They'll have to punt it away.
Big 66 for Randolph County in the backfield. Again, we don't have a number on him, but he meets the tailback from Sylvania in the backfield, and that'll go down as no gain. It'll be 4th down and 4. So, down 7 touchdowns because it's 48-0, and they missed an extra point earlier. So down 7 touchdowns. They're definitely in 4-down territory no matter where they are on the field for the rest of the game.
There's the snap. Going to fake the pass, run back up the middle of the field. He'll break out and get a 1st down. Across the 50, slung down across the 50 to the 46-yard line. So a good call by Sylvania. They'll pick up a 1st down, and they'll get for the first time in this contest across the 50 into Randolph County Tiger territory.
It's funny that you say that. I was going to say that's the first time all night they have been in foreign territory.
Yep.
They're in they don't know how to act. They're in places they've never been tonight. So they're on the Randolph County 46-yard line. So let's see if they can get something positive to happen here.
Pistol set for them as the quarterback's going to roll to the outside. He's going to throw it. Got a man down the field, tipped, but then caught. Caught by Sylvania. They'll go into the end zone and score. It was tipped by the defensive back there, but heads-up play by Sylvania, and they're going to get a score. They'll put 6 on the board, so 48-6 is your score.
Yeah, it was tipped by the cornerback, and Eli Battles, the tight end, had gotten a yard behind the corner, and tip drill, it tipped, and it just landed right in his hands, kind of reminiscence of the Auburn Tigers against the Georgia Bulldogs a few years ago. A little tip drill.
I think you were going to go there.
You just had to go there. Yep, I had to go there. And so finally, something positive for the Rams of Sylvania happens. 8:13 to go in the 3rd quarter.
We're going to try to run it on a 2-point conversion right up the middle of the field. They'll go in and get 2, so that's 48-8. So they only got 40 more points. They got to score to tie this thing up. You're listening to high school football right here on Eagle Sports.
Banking local matters. When you keep your money here, it stays in the community to support local businesses and schools and farms. At First Bank of Alabama, we've been serving this area for more than 160 years. We care about our community and the people who live here. So when you bank here, you make being here better for all of us. First Bank of Alabama, the official bank of here. FirstBankAL.com. Equal housing lender. Member FDIC.
You're listening to Area High School Football on WLWE 94.7 and online at Eagle1023.com.
Still a full stadium here at Ron Waters Field here in Randolph County behind Randolph County High School. And Randolph County will be receiving the ball as Sylvania will kick it off. They just scored. A really nice pass play. You know what set that up, Greg, is they've been running so much. The corner just kind of bit inside and said, wait a minute, this guy's running down the field behind me.
That's right. It was a good play set. Actually, he took a bite because Spears, the quarterback, started sprinting out to his left
as if he was under his arm.
And then all of a sudden he stopped and pulled up and just chunked it down the field. Kind of shock-putted it looked like. And if he'd had a little bit more on it, Battles would have caught it in stride. But as it turned out, he really caught it in stride anyway on the tip drill. So here goes the kickoff for Sylvania. Oh, he tries the onside kick.
It hasn't gone 10 yards now. A player for Randolph County gets on it. That's going to give them the ball at the 50-yard line.
It goes 9.5 yards, and Sylvania can't do anything but just stand there. And number 6 for Randolph County will fall on the football. And
you did a great job.
And he will be there. They're going to spot the ball at the 50-yard line. So, again, excellent field position for Randolph County as they have a entire new set of offensive players, both at offensive line. I'm seeing skinny guys this time going up the offensive line.
So Davis, the quarterback, backs up, hands the ball off to his tailback, gets across the 50. Ball comes loose, and Sylvania may get on it. Let's see. A little fight down there.
Number 4 for the Randolph County Tigers, actually, the tailback took the handoff.
It's the Sylvania ball.
Dante Jordan, he's just a sophomore, and he coughs up the football. So Sylvania, just as good as an onside kick, you know. Again, it would take nothing but a miracle for Sylvania to come back and make this a competitive ball game. 8:06 to go in the third quarter. Randolph County 48, Sylvania 8.
So starting from the 48 is Sylvania now. Shotgun snap. Hand the ball off to the tailback to the left side. He bounces, gets across the 45 to about the 44-yard line.
He's picking up 4 yards. It'll be 2nd and 6. This is the second time tonight. And it just came on this possession and the previous possession in the second half. The only time Sylvania has seen Randolph County Tiger territory.
Wing left, a man wide to this near side. Pistol set for Sylvania. Again, the handoff to the tailback who's going to get to the corner and find his way up to the 40-yard line. That's going to bring up third down and along 2.
Nice tackle by Dante Jordan. He's a sophomore, 5'9", 130. He's also the one that coughed up the fumble on the previous previous offensive series, but he comes up and kind of redeems himself and makes a nice little tackle. It'll be 3rd and 2 for the Rams of Sylvania as the ball's resting on the Randolph County 40-yard line.
They'll break the huddle, make their way back to the line of scrimmage. As Greg mentioned, the ball's resting on the 40. I formation for them. Excuse me, that's a pistol set, my bad. Snap. Quarterback's going to keep it. Go to the outside, bump into one of his own guys, and then go down just short of the line of scrimmage. So it's going to be a 4th down. But as Greg said earlier, at this point, you're this far down, every play is 4-down territory.
Well, give credit to number 21, Jawan Wright, who has scored the last touchdown for Randolph County. He came through, and the reason Spears ran into his own blocker is because Wright was just pushing him all the way in the backfield. That'll be 4th down and 2. So let's see what the Rams can drum up here.
There's the snap. Hand the ball at the same play they've been running the whole time. They could get the first down and more down to about the 32-yard line. So Sylvania with a little spark of life here, trying to be relevant in the second half.
Well, the tailback, I believe number 34 for Sylvania, Ethan Dover, takes the football and weaves his way down inside the 35, down to the 31-yard line, as that's where Sylvania will have the ball 1st and 10 inside Randolph County territory.
Here they come. They're going to fake the handoff, roll this near side, throw the football complete at the 25, upended there at the 32, and he hurt his leg.
Well, the number 22 for Sylvania, Tyler Wilbanks, who is a fullback, he's a senior, 6'1", 255. He comes out of the backfield, kind of drags routes behind the linebackers, and is able to take receive the football, the pass from the quarterback Spears on about the 21-yard line. And really the tackler comes down and hits him below the knees, and that's what he's grabbing now. As soon as he went down, he turned over and grabbed his knee, and so the coaching staff is out here quickly checking on him when as all the players and fans take a knee. And it's very quiet all of a sudden here at the stadium.
Well, that was a tough lick. Let's step away. We're going to take about 3 spots back to the station, guys. They're now Randolph County leading 48-8. We'll check on this young man. We'll be right back here on Eagle Sports.
Southern Ambulance Transport is always on call and always there when you need them. And we hope you don't need them, but if you do, call 256-357-2222 or 1-800-757-7367. They are your reliable emergency and non-emergency transportation, the highest quality of service. Southern Ambulance Transport is always ready. Call 256-357-2222 or 1-800-757-7367.
In this time of uncertainty, Small Town Bank says they owe our police officers, sheriff's departments, rescue squads, and fire departments a sincere thank you for putting their lives in danger each and every day. For the people in our communities, families, and our businesses, we say thank you from Small Town Bank.
For all your dry cleaning needs, look no further than M&R Cleaners, located at 19 Main Street South in Wedowee. Open Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday from 7 to 5, as well as Wednesday and Saturday from 7 to 12. M&R Cleaners has been in business since 1988 and continues to offer the highest in quality service. They also do altercations on any of your ill-fitting garments. For more information, call M&R Cleaners at 256-357-2592.
You're listening to Area High School Football on WLWE 94.7 and online at eagle1023.com.
Welcome back. We're happy to see that young man's doing much better after the little altercation that took place on the field and upended him. So we're going to continue on 48-8 with 5:48 left to go in the third quarter of play. Sylvania driving the ball down the field. They got twins to this near side. Snap it, and they're going to hand the ball off to the wingback who spun around short of the first down. Actually, they might give it to him. No, he's short.
Paul Griffin, he's a senior tailback. I tell you what, guys, there's so much humidity in the air. Oh, our table's turning. I can't even see the roster. Look at there. It's
a little moisture there. Something that we want to comment on, Greg, real quick. It's really impressive here at the stadium. The young man was hurt on the previous play, and this place went silent. I mean, our talking, we had to come off the air because our talking was the only thing you could hear in the stadium.
You could hear a pin drop.
And
everybody was respectfully
as soon as the young man got up, everybody just erupted in applause. It was beautiful. A first down now for Sylvania as they get across the 20 on this drive.
I just hope they don't have to do any alterations on the man's uniform on the way home.
I think they'll be able to take care of it. He should be all right. 5 minutes left to go here in the third. 48-8. And right now Sylvania driving, and it looks like they would try to put the ball in. And this is kind of what you were talking about. What do you do in the second half? You go out and you play your game. This is probably what they've been doing all season long. A defense is not quite as stout as Randolph County have been able to withstand some of this.
Well, with the exception of Aaron Knight, who is at linebacker on the defense, really they've got all second string in for Randolph County.
Well, quarterback is going to get to the 20. I think they've rolled a couple of bigger guys in, Greg, on that last play. I think that they're got a little pride showing, and they don't want to. In fact, they're going to lose a yard. Randolph County really doesn't want Sylvania to put another point on the board.
Well, again, the clock is running. 4:22 left in the third quarter. If you've just joined us or if you've just been in and out of reception tonight, 48-8. Randolph County Tigers lead the Sylvania Rams in the quarterfinals of 3A high school Alabama football.
Real appreciative to all of our sponsors and Coleman Vice for getting all this game worked up. And Sylvania drives the ball across the 20. Brings up third down. They'll get about third. It'll be a third and about 7. But, we really couldn't do this without all of our sponsors helping us out. And again, our leader, Coleman Vice, who's actually down in South Georgia tonight with the Callaway Cavaliers from over in our area.
Just across the Chattahoochee River over in Troup County, one of the 3 high schools there in Troup County. The Callaway Cavaliers made it to the quarterfinals of the Georgia high school playoffs. But looking at their score, they're down 17-0 in the third quarter as they had to travel 3 hours south to South Georgia. So not looking good for the Cavaliers of Troup County, but sure is looking good for the Randolph County Tigers here in Wedowee, Alabama.
For sure. There's a snap. Quarterback hands the ball off into his tailback. He's going to burst through. 5, down to the 2. Touchdown, Sylvania.
Well, he just takes it right up the middle. Again, let's see, it would be Kenyon Stover, who is a junior fullback, and he just barrels his way right up the middle as with 3:08 left in the third quarter of play. Little spark, might be a little little too late for the Rams, even though you say, well, Greg, it's only in the third quarter.
Yeah, but it's late in the third quarter.
It's 48-14 now as Sylvania goes for another 2-point conversion.
They'll drive right up the middle of the field.
And they will get it.
They'll get the 2-point conversion. So 16-48 in favor of Randolph County. 3:08 left to go. Let's step aside. It'll take 60 seconds back to the station right here on Eagle Sports.
Tanner Health System is advancing health, expanding the possibilities for health in our community. From allergist to urologist, we're everywhere you are, when and where you need us most. Brought to you by the brilliant minds that are making exceptional health possible in our community. We know it takes much more than medicine. It takes medicine beyond measure. Call 770-214-CARE or learn more at tanner.org.
For all your dry cleaning needs, look no further than M&R Cleaners, located at 19 Main Street South in Wedowee. Open Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday from 7 to 5, as well as Wednesday and Saturday from 7 to 12. M&R Cleaners has been in business since 1988 and continues to offer the highest in quality service. They also do altercations on any of your ill-fitting garments. For more information, call M&R Cleaners at 256-357-2592.
You're listening to Area High School Football on WLWE 94.7 and online at eagle1023.com.
Welcome back. Here comes Sylvania as they kick a high little pop-up, taking about the 30. Actually, now the Russell County's going to get on it. I tell you, Russell County Randolph County. I'm thinking about Russell Athletic. Randolph County has had several plays where they're just not hitting on all cylinders. They just seem to be making some mental mistakes here late in this ball game.
Well, you'll be the only one thinking about Russell Athletic. As about a month ago, they decided they'd get out of business, and they're not in doing uniforms. Shame on them, because I could have used them. But, yeah, but again, a little bit. I don't think you don't see any kind of concern from the Randolph County coaching staff. Is they know they've got a lot of their second stringers in, and just a little bit of lack of communication as they kind of converged on that football there and bounced off. But luckily they were able to recover it, and they'll begin 1st and 10 from the 27-yard line.
Toss sweep coming to this near side. I thought they went off sides, and they'll get back. They actually not get back to the line of scrimmage. They'll bounce them back to the 25-yard line, but they're going to give them forward progress up to the 28. Actually, they're going to get about half a yard up the field. 2nd down and 9.5.
They're going to move it out to the 29-yard line. But you're right, Jack. I looked up and I thought I saw some motion from the right side of Randolph County.
They all move at the same time.
But no flag. So as the clock continues to run, 2:40 left in the third quarter of play. Randolph County 48, Sylvania Rams 16.
Let's not forget the officials are probably a little cold too.
Yep.
Wishbone, as Davis, the quarterback, going to hand the ball off to the tailback who bounces to the outside. 35, thrown forward to the 40-yard line, and that'll be a 1st down for Randolph County.
Jawan Wright, actually, who scored the last touchdown, he picked up about 8, and it didn't look like he was going to grab the 1st down, but sure enough, the cornerback grabbed him by the shoulders and threw him forward 2 yards. And that'll result in the 1st down as it moves it out to the 41-yard line.
Something that he's done very well as a running back is he feels where that resistance is and pops to the outside. That he did that on the touchdown earlier and did the same thing right there to pick up the 1st down.
And not really for sure what his size is, but he looks to be about 5'10", probably 180, and he's a stocky rascal too, and he likes to run the football.
Davis, the quarterback, that quick handoff to the tailback, number 8. And he's going to get across the 45 for a gain of 6, 2nd and 4.
Kind of a cross buck in the backfield where you had a little X pattern coming off and misdirect. You had the right side guard pulling on a little trap play. He's able to pick up 5, maybe 4. It'll be 2nd down and 6 for Randolph County as we're inside 2 minutes to go in the third quarter of play. And certainly one way to keep the clock running is to keep the ball on the ground as Randolph County comes back to the line of scrimmage in a wishbone.
Hand out to the tailback who winds his way. Ball comes loose, and Sylvania's going to pick it up at the 44-yard line.
Number 10 and we don't have his
It's number 10 for Randolph County.
Randolph County on the Max Preps roster. But that is, he looks to be probably a freshman or a sophomore for Randolph County. Same thing with number 4 for Randolph County. Earlier, Dante Jordan, who had a fumble, he's a sophomore. So that's 2 fumbles on the last couple of possessions, both of which Sylvania has recovered. So Sylvania.
Randolph County actually had a little drive going there.
They
They'll
did.
take the handoff. The quarterback trying to throw it, and he is thrown down in the backfield. He wound up to throw, had to pull it back because he had a man in his face. And big number 68 for Randolph County is going to bring him down.
Well, he did, Jack. He pulled it down. He thought he had 14 deep, and when he pulled it, he looked up. Boom! Another Tiger had actually sacked him. So 52 seconds left in the third quarter, and the clock is winding down. 48-16, the Tigers over the Rams.
Tigers and Rams, oh my. There's the handoff. Quarterback going to back off the pass. He's looking down to the flats, complete to the 40-45.
Ooh, helmet to helmet.
Knocked out of bounds right at the 49-yard line. And they may get one more playoff as Sylvania wants to try to get something off because they're trailing 48-16.
Thought it might have gone out of bounds as it happened on the 49-yard line, just right below us, but it did not, so the clock will run. I don't know that they're going to get a playoff because the referee is yet.
They're walking off the field.
The umpire's taking his time to spot the football, so.
That'll be the end of the third quarter of play. 48-16 is your score in favor of Randolph County. We're going to the fourth quarter of play right here on Eagle Sports.
Banking local matters. When you keep your money here, it stays in the community to support local businesses and schools and farms. At First Bank of Alabama, we've been serving this area for more than 160 years. We care about our community and the people who live here. So when you bank here, you make being here better for all of us. First Bank of Alabama, the official bank of here. FirstBankAL.com. Equal housing lender. Member FDIC.
You're listening to Area High School Football on WLWE 94.7 and online at eagle1023.com.
Welcome back as right now they're bringing down the flag in the far corner. Taps being played.
You know, we're having a fun time here, Jack. I don't know that I've seen this happen in Alabama high school football. Certainly doesn't happen in Georgia high school. If this is a standard thing or just something that happens here at Randolph County. But all the fans got really quiet, looked, and everybody took their hats off.
And let's go back to that for a minute, Greg. We had the player injured on the field. He was coming around the side for Sylvania. Again, a player for the other team. And, you know, a lot of times we were around a lot of high school football, and stands are crowded, got kids everywhere. But for those probably 3-4 minutes while that kid was on the field, nobody talked. I mean, nobody except for us. So we actually went away on a break so that you didn't hear us run our mouths over all this. But as soon as the young man was okay, both stands erupt in applause, and so just a really neat experience here at this ball game.
You're right, and just playing taps as they bring the flags down. So Sylvania takes the snap and just runs it on a quarterback keeper right up the middle. It was 3rd and about 2.
They needed it. They got it.
That'll be a first down, so that'll move the chains inside Randolph County territory down to the 44-yard line. This clock will stop as they move the chains. It has now started. So we're just starting the fourth quarter. Sylvania down 16-48 behind Randolph County.
They hand off to their tailback, who's going to go into the right side of the line. And again, he's getting a little bit more upward forward motion here. They'll bring up a second down and about, we'll call it a long 4.
Well, they're continuing to run the football. Sylvania's really, we've discovered, is not a passing team.
Not at all. Well, actually, they've had a couple of passes, but that's not their forte.
Right.
There's the snap. Again, go around the right side of the quarterback keeper. Fights his way, gets the first down, and more goes out of bounds over on the far side.
That should stop the clock not only to move the chains, but also because he went out of bounds at 11:09 left in this contest. And so, you know, you really like what you're seeing from Sylvania right now, even though Randolph County's got a lot of their number 2s in. which is why Sylvania's having success running the football and moving it down the field. But you do kind of like it because it kind of gives the Sylvania fans a little bit of inspiration and gives the players something to really get excited about.
Quarterback fakes the handoff, goes up the middle of the field. Continuing to find his way for a gain of about 5, 2nd and 5.
Right up the middle of the field. You know the turf is cold. I don't know what the temperature is now, but it's probably what the score is that Randolph County has. Probably somewhere in the neighborhood of 48 degrees. I hope it's not 16 for sure.
Again, the quarterback going to hand the ball to the tailback going around the right side. He'll find his way, trying to get the first down. He'll be short, bring up 3rd.
He'll pick up maybe 3, looks like about 2. So it'll be 3rd and 4 for the Rams of Sylvania. So what a nice night of Alabama high school football here in Wedowee, Alabama, just off the R.L. Harris Reservoir, adjacent to the Randolph County High School here at Ron Waters Field. Great crowd here tonight. Great atmosphere for high school quarterfinal playoff action.
Pistol set. He'll fake the handoff. Quarterback rolls to the outside. Throws the ball down the field. Complete for the first down.
Nice little drag route by the tight end. Quarterback faked and did a little naked boot out toward the sidelines of Sylvania and had a wide open receiver for the first down. That'll not only stop the clock as they move the chains, but now the umpire has wound it up. The referee has wound it up. 9:45 left in this contest.
Back to the pistol set. They'll hand the ball off, go around that left side again. And not quite as much there, so he's seen about a gain of 4, 2nd and 6.
It'll move the ball inside the 15 to the 14-yard line. They can get a first down at the 3-yard line. No, excuse me, my bad, at the 8-yard line if they like. So 2nd down and 6 for the Rams from Sylvania. 48-16, Randolph County Tigers 48, Sylvania Rams 16.
Quarterback hands off to that right side. They cut back to the inside. And another gain, maybe about a yard, brings up 4th down.
Great defensive pursuit by the interior line and linebackers out of Randolph County. They really had it going. They really didn't move the marker, so we're going to put that down as no gain. So the ball is going to be spotted on the 14. It'll be 3rd and 6 still for the Rams of Sylvania.
Quarterback takes the snap, turns, fakes it, back to pass, throws it towards the end zone. Got a bunch of guys back there that's going to throw the backside of the end zone. That will bring up 4th down.
It will. He just he faked the dive and took a 2-step drop and was kind of hoping that his wideout would get behind the corner from Randolph County. That didn't happen, so he wound up throwing it out of the back corner of the end zone. He did have a little mismatch over here on the left. He had a couple of seniors in a twin setup to the left, Jack, and they were much taller. I did notice on the corners.
He really out looking for that corner, though.
Yeah, he did, but yeah. I really thought he might be going over here, and he's really got the same. Well, they've actually changed corners now, so he'll go to this side now, but it's not quite the mismatch.
Looking to pass. He's got some pressure. He's going to have to run the ball, and he'll run the ball up the field and go into the end zone for a score.
So good eye for the quarterback. He really rolled out.
He's kept his head up this time.
He did, and he weaved his way down through the center of the field and into the end zone. So again, 8:25 left in this football game. Randolph County 48. Sylvania has scored their 3rd touchdown of the second half, all in the second half. 22, going for another 2. See if they can make it 24.
Right up in the middle of the field. They've been successful with this.
They did. So add 2 more to the score. So that'll bring it within 3 touchdowns and a field goal. So they're down by 24 points now.
All right, so 48-24 is your score. We've got 8:25 left to go in this contest. Let's step away for 60 seconds. Back to the station on Eagle Sports.
In this time of uncertainty, Small Town Bank says they owe our police officers, sheriff's departments, rescue squads, and fire departments a sincere thank you for putting their lives in danger each and every day. For the people in our communities, families, and our businesses, we say thank you from Small Town Bank.
Waterproof flooring. Yep, waterproof. Come see the awesome, amazing, and magically affordable luxury vinyl tile and plank products at Norton's Flooring. Easy to maintain, durable, fade, scuff, and pet proof. It can be glued down, click together, install yourself, or have us do the whole job. With 10,000 feet in stock starting at $1.99 a square foot and a showroom full of samples, there's sure to be one for you. You won't find better deals than right here at Norton's, and you won't walk a mile to find them or someone to help. Norton's Flooring and Wedowee, 256-357-9233. Financing available.
You're listening to Area High School Football on WLWE 94.7 and online at eagle1023.com.
Welcome back to Randolph County and Sylvania. Sylvania trying to make this a ball game. 48-24 is your score. And an onside kick attempt pops up. Sylvania pops it. It's going to go out of bounds. Who got it? Sylvania's saying they've got it. We'll wait for the officials to give us the indication.
But I think it either went out of bounds because it was not in possession by Sylvania for sure, but it went out of bounds. And if it didn't go out of bounds, the Randolph County Tigers did recover it on about the 44-yard line. So I don't know why Sylvania coaches were all shouting it's their football, because they didn't have a player around it over there. It had already gone by their player. So Randolph County will take over the football at the 44-yard line. So excellent field position for the Tigers, and they've got their first string back in. As you can see, Wortham, the quarterback, comes back in, and so I think they probably want to put another score back up on the board.
I think that they could be what they're shooting for here. 48-24 is your score. We're in the fourth quarter of play.
Timeout, Tigers.
A timeout's taken. We'll take it as well. 60 seconds, 2 spots, back to the station right here on Eagle Sports.
In this time of uncertainty, Small Town Bank says they owe our police officers, sheriff's departments, rescue squads, and fire departments a sincere thank you for putting their lives in danger each and every day. For the people in our communities, families, and our businesses, we say thank you from Small Town Bank.
Southern Ambulance Transport is always on call and always there when you need them. And we hope you don't need them, but if you do, call 256-357-2222 or 1-800-757-7367. They are your reliable emergency and non-emergency transportation, the highest quality of service. Southern Ambulance Transport is always ready. Call 256-357-2222 or 1-800-757-7367.
You're listening to Area High School Football on WLWE 94.7 and online at eagle1023.com.
Welcome back. Some pounding yardage across the field for the folks from Randolph County. Get the ball to the 45-yard line. It'll be second down and about 8 for them from there. 8:07 left to go. 48-24 is the score.
Andrew Prestridge took the ball up the middle. He'll pick up 2. Kind of a combination. They've got their first string back in. They've allowed Sylvania to score 3 touchdowns on a couple of turnovers by the Tigers here in the second half. And when I say that, their second string was in. So, you kind of got to acknowledge what was going on the field.
Wortham from the wishbone. Makes some adjustments at the line. Quickly hands it off to the tailback, who's going to fight to the 50 and be pushed back from there.
Trent Lane will move the ball up the left side. He'll get over the 50 to about the 49.5 of Sylvania. That'll bring up third down and call it 2.5, maybe 3. Actually 3 for a first down.
We've definitely reached the dew point tonight. As I look at some of our equipment, it's got some nice dew on it. We'll have to go and polish all this stuff off when we get back to the station. Christian, you'll stay up there until late and do that, won't you?
Yeah, we'll just leave you there. We'll go to the house and get in our warm beds.
Yep. Have a great evening.
Yeah. This is where you wish you had Google drives on your car. We could take a nap going back home.
You don't think I will?
Yeah, I know you will.
Back to the wishbone. Wortham makes an adjustment at the line of scrimmage. Goes back under center. Takes his time. Turns. Fakes the handoff. Naked bootleg, and they're going to hit him and sack him back at the 45-yard line. And have not run the naked bootleg from their side. Now, of course, Sylvania has.
And, it looks like Sylvania, the quarterback Spears, was all over it. He's playing a corner. And I don't know if it was just a lucky guess, but you had 3 guys coming off the corner, and he just Wortham just rolled into him. And it's like, uh-oh. So I don't know if it was designed that way or what, but the clock will still run. Fourth down and 7 Actually 4th and 6. Really, no, 4th and 7 for.
They probably fixed to call a timeout here as the quarterback's over here on the sideline talking to the coaches.
Yeah,
they let the play clock wind down to 4, 3, 2, and they'll call the timeout now to avoid the penalty. So let's take 2 spots, 60 seconds, back to the station with 5:56 left to go in this contest. Randolph County leading 48-24 on Eagle Sports.
Charlie Norton here with Norton's Flooring. As most people know, we have been selling Orc vacuums for years, but we also use them and occasionally abuse them. We've left them in the rain, caught them on fire, run them for hours at a time, and sucked up stuff they were never designed to, and they keep going and going. But when they break, they are easily repaired with affordable parts. That's because Orc uses a simple design that makes them light, powerful, durable, affordable to buy, and inexpensive to maintain. And if you buy from Norton's, you only have to bring it here for servicing. Orc vacuums at Norton's Flooring in Wedowee, Alabama, 357-9233.
For all your dry cleaning needs, look no further than M&R Cleaners, located at 19 Main Street South in Wedowee. Open Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday from 7 to 5. As well as Wednesday and Saturday from 7 to 12. M&R Cleaners has been in business since 1988 and continues to offer the highest in quality service. They also do altercations on any of your ill-fitting garments. For more information, call M&R Cleaners at 256-357-2592.
You're listening to Area High School Football on WLWE 94.7 and online at eagle1023.com.
Welcome back. Sorry, I didn't mean to yell in y'all's ears out there, but a great kick. They were bringing the house from Sylvania. They got the kick off. No fair catch call. He's going to try to run it back. And the young man broke down right in front of him from Randolph County. And the guy caught it. He hit him and went down to his ankles just like they tell you not to do in practice. And the guy picks up about 5 yards up the field. But still Sylvania will have the ball there at about the 26-yard line. 27.
5:45 left to go in this football game. Randolph County Tigers got this game well in hand, 48-24. They've scored 3 touchdowns, Sylvania has, in the second half, all on the Randolph County second stringers. So
they'll pass the ball on this first down play across the middle of the field, intercepted at the 30, 25, 25, 20, knocked out of bounds, and Randolph County will have a big interception there.
Trey Terrell, senior cornerback, kind of redeems the Tigers in their couple of turnovers from the second stringers. He takes the pick and takes it down inside the 20-yard line. Actually going to put it on the 20, and so it'll be first down and 10 from the Sylvania Rams 20-yard lines for the Randolph County Tigers as they bring their first string Wortham quarterback back in, and they're going to see if they can try to do what they were trying to do a while ago, just capitalize on a TD here.
Get over the 50 mark. 48-24 is your score. 5:33 left to go. Wishbone set. Turn, hand the ball to the tailback. Hit and bounces free across the 15. Wow, down to the 10. What great second effort again by the young man from Randolph County.
And we'd love to tell you his name, but we don't have it on the Max Preps roster. But it is number 8 for sure. We can bring him up a name.
We should take off our headphones and listen to the PA announcer. He'd probably tell us.
You know what? Hey, what's that again? No, I didn't hear him. Sorry. We'll catch him next time.
Yeah.
But
first down at the 10-yard line.
10-yard gain for the Tigers. First and goal as they'll lay the yardage markers down because it's either a touchdown or a field goal.
They're letting the play clock go all the way down. 12, 11, 10. It continues to count down. They'll break the huddle. They've got to go quick. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. They snap it just in time. Hand the ball off to the right side wing back in that wishbone set. Get down to the 5-yard line. 2nd and 5. 2nd and goal from the 5.
Trent Lane will take it, move the ball forward. Wortham runs all the way back over here to the coach, and they hadn't quite started the play clock yet. Randolph County has 1 timeout left. Sylvania has all 3 of their timeouts left.
And they're not calling any. It's as great an effort they're giving us in the second half. Kind of expect them to stop the clock here late in the ball game.
So the referee is Wilson. Finally, it took about 2 or 3 seconds before they started the play.
More than 2 or 3 seconds.
Did you see that?
Yeah, I did.
And you, of course, it's really a moot point anyway. They're down by three touchdowns plus a field goal. And it looks like Randolph County looks like they might score yet again from the 6-yard line.
Quickly hand off to the tailback coming from that near side. He'll go into the end zone. Yep. Touchdown, Tigers.
Trent Lane, the junior running back, 6 foot, 200 pounds, takes it off the left side, and he'll score about an 8th touchdown for maybe a 9th, actually should be a 10th touchdown. It says 48, but they've yet to rack it up yet. They call a touchdown. Let's see. They hadn't put the points on the board, so see what the referee says. No, we got a personal foul against
Randolph County.
Randolph County. So interesting. So they're not putting the points on the board for sure. So with 3:53 left in this football game, they're going to back the Tigers up of Randolph County. Looks like the flag is they're going to look to stand around the 4-yard line.
Yep.
Let's see what kind of yards they mark off here as the referee comes over.
They do count the touchdown.
That's right, they do.
Personal foul against Randolph County after the play.
They'll mark it off on the kickoff, so rather than kicking off from the 40, they'll back them up to probably the 25-yard line is where they'll kick off. So they'll put 6 on the board now, so it'll be 54-24, awaiting the PAT from the Tigers of Randolph County.
That's exactly what they do, 54-24 is what they put on the clock. Here comes the snap, hold, kick is up, and it is a no-doubter right through there. Splits the upright. 60 seconds back to the station as Randolph County leads Sylvania 54-24. 60 seconds back to the station on Eagle Sports.
Banking local matters. When you keep your money here, it stays in the community to support local businesses and schools and farms. At First Bank of Alabama, we've been serving this area for more than 160 years. We care about our community and the people who live here. So when you bank here, you make being here better for all of us. First Bank of Alabama, the official bank of here. FirstBankAL.com. Equal housing lender. Member FDIC.
Right now, 1 in 3 drivers is cruising around in a state of skepticism about just how much value their car insurance company is delivering. If you're one of them, State Farm agent Ken Seifert in Roanoke can help you get to a better state, because Ken Seifert will talk with you, listen to you, and help you put together a policy that has you written all over it, from cost to coverage, all backed by 24/7 customer support. Feeling less skeptical? Then call State Farm agent Ken Seifert in Roanoke and officially get to a better state with State Farm.
You're listening to Area High School Football on WLWE 94.7 and online at eagle1023.com.
Welcome back to high school football here from Randolph County High School, Ron Waters Field. 55-24 is your score, and Randolph County will kick the ball off. The penalty marked off, the ball resting at the 25-yard line, 15-yard penalty backed off. A personal foul after the touchdown. There's the kick, and maybe nice the best kick of the night, going all the way back to the 20-yard line, taken by Sylvania there up to the 25-30. 35, tries to make a man miss and does to the 40. Still rolling across the 40, now to about the 45-yard line, and that's where Sylvania have it 1st and 10, but they've got only 3 minutes and 43 seconds to amass a 30-point comeback.
You know, if I'd have paid a lot of money and I'd have had the new starter on my truck where we're located, I could have just hit the starter, turn the heat on,
or
it would have been fine.
Can we just yell at the kid down below us, here, catch these, buddy. Crank up that truck over there.
Tell him where my keys are. I'm afraid he might decide he want to go for a joyride.
They're all honest here in Randolph County. Not a problem at all.
I tell you what, I would believe you're right.
Here they come. They're going to hand the ball off from the wing back around this near side. Going to be hit at the 50. A flag down, though, right at about the 48.
You know, don't he know it's too cold to be throwing flags?
Stop that.
This late in the game. But it looks like it might be a holding.
Against Sylvania.
And they're going to back them up just when they had a good 5-yard gain. 3:33 left in this football game. Randolph County will be moving on to the semifinals, and we'll see if we can figure out who they might be playing.
I'll get you that in just a second.
As as right now the score is 55-24. So they will be moving on. Sylvania had a wonderful year, and they'll be hopefully getting warm and having a nice bus ride back north to North Alabama. Just northeast of Scottsboro is where they're
in motion, hand the ball to the wing back, going around the right side. He's going to try to get back at the line of scrimmage, but he's going to be hit hard at the 40. He'll gain about a yard there. That's second down and 14.
Yeah, he will. He'll pick up a yard. He'll move it up to the 40-yard line. Clock continues to run.
That's a full 15, I guess, now.
15 yards to go for a first down. 3 minutes to go in this football game. And really kudos to all the fans. Really, there's more fans on the Randolph County side has said, I'm gonna go ahead and get warm. But the Sylvania fans, they're still staying in their stands, and it's not like they can grab the car and run to the house real quick.
No.
But they're hanging out, and I'm sure they're going to want to congratulate their team on a tremendous season, making it to the quarterfinals this year.
They run off the right side, brings up third down. Still got about 13 yards to go for a first.
Ball spotted on the 42-yard line of the Rams. So, again, needless to say, they're four-down territory, but down by 31 points. Randolph County Tigers 55, Sylvania Rams 24.
Twins to this near side. Quarterback will call for it and hand the ball off into the line. They'll be hit at about the 45-yard line. They'll bring up a fourth down and 10, but again, you can expect that they'll continue to go for it as we're down under 2 minutes.
Fourth down and 10. The ball moved out to the 45-yard line. One timeout left for Randolph County. Do not need to use it. No sense in using timeouts for Sylvania. Fourth down. They've yet to, their play clock should wind. So they have 20 seconds to run a play.
Minute 30 left to go. 55-24 is your score right now in favor of Randolph County over Sylvania in the quarterfinals. Quarterback takes it, backs up to pass, bootleg, out to the right side, throws it down the field, double coverage, and a lot of fans taking out on that far side.
He ran over a parked wheelchair there. Luckily, the wideout is okay. That'll go as a incomplete because he caught it just out of bounds. It's kind of my theory of magnetism, Jack. He could have been anywhere else on the field, but yet he threw the pass right at that motorized wheelchair down on the 25-yard line. It's just amazing. So that'll go as an incomplete. The ball will be turned over to the Randolph County Tigers with a minute 8 left in this football game. And hopefully they'll just get in a victory formation and kind of take a snap, and there'll be no reason at all for Sylvania to call a timeout. They just need to sit here and watch the clock run.
Minute 8, and it stops.
Bringing in the chains. Bringing in their backup quarterback. They got to hustle just to take a snap, guys. Right up. Yep, that's all they're going to do.
There's a snap. He'll step back and take that knee we mentioned before. So clock begins to run again. A minute 2-1. We'll wait to see when the official blows it in. Probably have to run another play after this one.
Well, it'll just simply be another victory formation. They'll just snap the ball, take back up about a yard or two, and take a knee as they lost.
Play clock stops.
They backed up 3 yards. They lost 3 yards on that one. 40 seconds to go in this victory game for Randolph County Tigers.
So they break the huddle, come back up to the line of scrimmage. They'll snap the ball, step back, take a knee, and we've got 24 seconds, so that's going to be the last play of this contest. So Randolph County with a big win here tonight over Sylvania. Sylvania showing well in the second half, just struggled in the first half, just couldn't get anything going.
Nope.
But now they'll step out of the playoffs, and we'll get you some information as to who they'll be taking on in this next round. But congratulations to the folks from Randolph County. Big winners tonight, 55-24. And we're going to step away and let you hear from some of our sponsors as we get ready to close things down here on Eagle Sports.
Waterproof flooring. Yep, waterproof. Come see the awesome, amazing, and magically affordable luxury vinyl tile and plank products at Norton's Flooring. Easy to maintain, durable, fade, scuff, and pet proof. It can be glued down, click together, install yourself, or have us do the whole job. With 10,000 feet in stock starting at $1.99 a square foot and a showroom full of samples, there's sure to be one for you. You won't find better deals than right here at Norton's, and you won't walk a mile to find them or someone to help. Norton's Flooring and Wedowee, 256-357-9233. Financing available.
For all your dry cleaning needs, look no further than M&R Cleaners, located at 19 Main Street South in Wedowee. Open Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday from 7 to 5, as well as Wednesday and Saturday from 7 to 12. M&R Cleaners has been in business since 1988 and continues to offer the highest in quality service. They also do altercations on any of your ill-fitting garments. For more information, call M&R Cleaners at 256-357-2592.
Banking local matters. When you keep your money here, it stays in the community to support local businesses and schools and farms. At First Bank of Alabama, we've been serving this area for more than 160 years. We care about our community and the people who live here. So when you bank here, you make being here better for all of us. First Bank of Alabama, the official bank of here. FirstBankAL.com. Equal housing lender. Member FDIC.
What does Mike Fields really do? Does he fix fenders and hoods? Does he straighten frames? Does he paint things? Does he work with insurance companies? What does Mike Fields Body Shop really do? Well, they do all those things, but what they really do is take a wreck and turn it back into the car that I love to drive, the car that I like to get behind the wheel and just drive and drive. Thank you, Mike Fields Body Shop, for doing what you do, because you do it right at Mike Fields Body Shop, 123 Industrial Drive, Roanoke.
You're listening to Area High School Football on WLWE 94.7 and online at eagle1023.com.
55-24 is your final score here from Randolph County. They've taken on Sylvania, and Sylvania's got a long drive home, but they can hold their heads up high. They played a great second half, took advantage of Randolph County, a couple of miscues here and there. In fact, they're lined up across the way and saluting their fans as the band's playing a little alma mater song. Greg's trying to get warm by getting up against me here. And the poor guy that was in the wheelchair on the far side, he's out on the field now. They're helping him out. Just a heck of a ball game. A great first half on the part of Randolph County. They scored on every possession and even scored on one of Sylvania's possessions there late in the second quarter. Just a great ball game from them. And then what can you say about an offense that continues to score in so many different ways, running the ball, pass the ball, and the defense scoring as well. So, real proud of the effort of Sylvania. Again, the respectfulness, Greg. Look at what's happening in the field. As the alma mater for Sylvania is being played and the Sylvania players over there, the Randolph County players took off their hats, were quiet as Sylvania played their alma mater. So just, really, really like the camaraderie that we've seen on the field tonight.
No, you're right. It's very impressed with the facility and the game and the coaching staff, the fans from both sides over here in Wedowee, Alabama at Randolph County High School. Wow, what a wonderful quarterfinal game tonight.
We're going to step away. When we come back, we'll give you our final thoughts and also who they'll be playing in the next round of the playoffs. So right now you're listening to High School Football on Eagle Sports.
What does Mike Fields really do? Does he fix fenders and hoods? Does he straighten frames? Does he paint things? Does he work with insurance companies? What does Mike Fields Body Shop really do? Well, they do all those things, but what they really do is take a wreck and turn it back into the car that I love to drive, the car that I like to get behind the wheel and just drive and drive. Thank you, Mike Fields Body Shop, for doing what you do, because you do it right at Mike Fields Body Shop, 123 Industrial Drive, Roanoke.
Randolph County Concrete would like to thank our police officers, Sheriff's Department, Rescue Squad, and volunteer firemen for their continuous efforts to keep our businesses, families, and communities safe while putting themselves in harm's way every day. Thank you all.
In this time of uncertainty, Small Town Bank says they owe our police officers, sheriff's departments, rescue squads, and fire departments a sincere thank you for putting their lives in danger each and every day. For the people in our communities, families, and our businesses, we say thank you from Small Town Bank.
Charlie Norton here with Norton's Flooring. As most people know, we we also use them and occasionally abuse them. We've left them in the rain, caught them on fire, run them for hours at a time, and sucked up stuff they were never designed to, and they keep going and going. But when they break, they are easily repaired with affordable parts. That's because ORC uses a simple design that makes them light, powerful, durable, affordable to buy, and inexpensive to maintain. And if you buy from Norton's, you only have to bring it here for servicing. ORC vacuums at Norton's Flooring in Wedowee, Alabama, 357-9233.
You're listening to Area High School Football on WLWE 94.7 and online at eagle1023.com.
Welcome back to high school football. Jack Moore and Greg Hicks live here from Ron Waters Field in Randolph County, and they've come away a big winner tonight, 55-24. And Greg, they'll go to the next round, go to the semis, and they got a bit of a ways to travel.
Got to go to North. I'm assuming Piedmont will have the home field. They do it differently in Alabama high school that we're accustomed to, but don't know if the game will be here at Randolph County or if it'll be up in Piedmont. But either way, Randolph County will be playing Piedmont, and if I may stand corrected, Jack, but you and I went up to call the Randolph County Ohatchee game last year, which Ohatchee won that ball game, and they were talking about Piedmont being a strong powerhouse up in the northeast corner above Jacksonville.
They've gotten down to semis a couple of years in a row.
And I'm not sure that they didn't win the state last year, but either way, strong opponent, because this will be at the semifinal level next week. So the game, we'll find out whether it'll be here at Randolph County High School or up in Piedmont High School above Jacksonville, Alabama.
A lot of people have a lot to be proud of, just for one, of course, the win, but also just a great community night. We're really impressed by the fan base and the way that they've handled things, and just the way they showed great respect for the other team tonight. You got to love that. It makes you feel good about high school sports.
Absolutely.
Well, folks, that's going to be the end of our broadcast. 55-24, Randolph County, a big winner tonight over Sylvania. Our thanks to Coleman for getting all this put together, for Christian here making sure that everything looks great on the web and gets us online. For Greg Hicks, I'm Jack Mormon, and we'll see you next week on the radio.